stop. I'm going to take a swig of coffee and water at the same time. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 5 in the chat if you see my screen. And everybody's good. If you can't see my screen, please let me know. We want to make sure that you can see my screen. Ray, make sure you're in the YouTube channel. For anybody else that needs the YouTube channel. Now, the cool part is when everybody will see when we go live. So if you guys are on the YouTube channel, it'll be awesome to watch when we do go live. Ms. Ramos, you know you are muted, right? I can't hear you. I see you. I was like, I see you moving, but I don't know if you're talking to me. I was like, okay, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the credit repair software. So for people that come from Darius, the people that come from Schmitty, people that come from Dion, come from myself, because I do have some of my students in here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what your software looks like. Here, I'll show you my version of the software. It is the same exact thing. Here you go. It is the same exact thing. See? Nothing's changed. It's just different colors. So when everybody asks me, well, should I be on one software or the other? No, it does not matter what software you are on, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you are in the software. I will go over it as if no software existed and we were just one centralized software. What I want everybody to understand is this main line over here that says Dion, email address, and the general attack. So Dion is going to be your name if you sign up, when you sign up, what you sign up with. And then it's going to be your email address, which is also your username, and then a general attack. Guys, this is the most important part of the software, is understanding this specific piece right here. And what do I mean by understanding this specific piece? Is understanding what a general attack is. A general attack is your currency inside of the software. So you can call it a general attack, you can call it a GA, you can call it a token, you can call it a credit. I don't care what you call it, just don't call it late for dinner. What happens is this is going to be how you pay the AI to generate that letter. Put a 5 in, oh, well, no, we did 5. Put a 7 in the chat if we understand that this is the currency that we utilize to pay the software. Awesome. Okay. So now, let me explain how it works. 1 GA. Don't call it late for dinner. Yo, I got my dinner upstairs, guy. I'm going to be late for dinner. So what happens is with the software, when you say, okay, we're going to generate a letter, what it's going to do is going to spend 1 token. I like the word token, so just understand that. So it's going to spend 1 token. When it spends 1 token, it's going to look at the file, which you've already dictated. I'll go over all this stuff when we get to that point. And it's going to generate letters and pages based upon the negative items. So let me give you the mathematics. It's going to generate for an unlimited amount of negatives, an unlimited amount of letters, and an unlimited amount of pages. So unlimited, unlimited, unlimited. Make sense? Let's break it down into real numbers. If your client has 100 negative items, it can generate 300 pages, 300 letters, and 3,000 pages. If your client has 10 negative items, it can generate 30 letters and 300 pages. It goes all over the board on however it is. Ray, I'm gonna make you co-host. Okay. So what happens is we need to be smart. We need to be smart in how we utilize the software. Make sure that we utilize it to the best of its ability. But just understand that no matter what the negative item is, it's going to generate it for that month. So if I do it correctly is the key. What does that mean? If you make an error on the letter, that letter exactly, you have to start over. Exactly. That's why I love the cameras on. If you make an error, that letter is null and void. You cannot use it. So I want everybody to understand that it's in here. Just pay attention, go through it, and we'll go through all the ways not to make a error. Also, if I tell you take a notepad and pen out, please get a notepad and pen because I am going to give you some stuff. Does everybody need a couple of minutes to get a notepad and pen? You need me to pause real quick, or everybody got it ready to rock and roll? Put it ready in the chat if you're ready to rock and roll. You got your notepad and pen, you ready to go. There we go. Thank you for the 1 sec. For people who are telling me 1 sec, I appreciate that. That makes my life a whole lot easier to go forward. Queen, you good? You good. Okay. All right. Ready? There are 2 communities that you guys need to join. There's 2 free communities that you need to join. The first one is on the dashboard of the software. It goes to the Facebook community. The second one is in the chat. It is only given by getting into our class over here. So the first one over here is the Metro 2 monetization group on Facebook. It's got 19,000 members. Just to let you guys know, they got 19,000 people using this damn software or have utilized this damn software. And then we started our new Facebook community, which is over here. Not Facebook, the school community, which Ray has put it in the chat. Join that. And that one will let you know exactly what needs to be done. Okay. Oh, that's the letters, but I'm not letting you guys going to see that now. And we'll do that later. Perfect. So we can see all this. All right. So now, if you have a software issue, you're going to hit submit support ticket, hit add ticket, and then go put whatever you need from there. And if you need a live walkthrough, aka this is the live walkthrough, you guys are here. Monday and Wednesday is at 8 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. EST, and then Saturday at 11 a.m. Miss Deborah teaches Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, 11 a.m., 6 and 8. I teach Tuesday and Thursday, 6 and 8. Yeah, that's it. Easy as that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this. This is good for a refresher, but this get started section's a little old. Some of the stuff doesn't work. So I'm just going to let you guys know they are working on updating some of the videos over here. But inside of the school community, just to let you guys know, I'm going to show this to you if we're allowed to. All the stuff is right here. We have everything already built out, software training. Everything's there with the 12 sets on how to generate perfect attack, go through everything. So it is already there. So you guys don't really need this section because legitimately, like I just said, it's all right here. You guys don't even have to go anywhere. Now, pricing. Y'all want me to keep the pricing for the end or just go in order? Just go in order? All right, Ms. Ramos. I love it. She animated. All right. You want me to get off my ass and draw on a board, or do you guys want me to just sit down and just... Okay. Hey, some people like the visuals. So, first and foremost, guys, you're looking at diamond, platinum, gold, silver, bronze, iron package. If you bought the iron package, you did yourself a disservice. Do not buy the iron package. What you need to buy and where you guys need to start, if you have the clientele, which will always be yourself, you are your own client, is the first client, is the bronze package is 1. Why? Because these are the tokens. It's 1 token. This is 8. This is 4, 8, 17, 30, and 100. This is only 1. But guess what? I'm not going to talk to you because I don't work for the software company. I own the printing company. I'm not going to talk to you from the standard of the software company. The software company, no disrespect to anybody because it's about making money, is going to want you to buy the iron package because it says 1 person. But what happens is you're buying 1 generation, aka 1 token. So what happens when you make that error and you send your letters to be printed off for me and I tell you you screwed up? What you going to do? What's going to happen? Well, you could buy a couple. You could buy individual tokens after, and each of those individual tokens cost $40. So normally we see on that first package, people in the first round they're gonna generate 3 letters, and the 3rd letter is usually the perfect letter. So what's gonna happen? What's that total? Well, you just spend $80 plus 97. That's $177. What's cheaper? Okay. All right. Well, we ain't done yet. Let's compare apples to apples. This one has 4. You just bought 3. Let's add 4. This one's $217 for the same 4 that you buy for $147. Here's the hack. Here's the gem, ladies and gentlemen. The tokens roll over. They don't expire. Buy this package for 2 months. Cancel your package, downgrade to the iron package, and now you have extra tokens. So if you make an error, you don't have to buy a $40 token. Yes, I'm glad that you did. That's why I said I'm happy that you guys didn't purchase yet. For everybody that didn't purchase, because I know what people are going to do, I'm going to buy the $97. Look, it says Mocha. I want everybody to do this for a thing. I want everybody to understand this. The way psychological selling goes is they force you to the best package. What does everybody buy? The one that's the cheapest normally, because it's not the best. You know, the most cost-effective package is this one right here. This is the most cost-effective package. Why? It's not because it's most recommended, because price-wise, everybody falls in this boat right here. You've got at least 2 or 3 people that want credit repair right now. Everybody's sitting down. I know I could do my mama. I know I could do my dad. I could do my cousin, my sister, my brother, my uncle, my cousin, whoever. You got 2 people you could call on the phone right now that you can share with right now. And this is the most, this package right here is the one that you do it with. But a lot of people, what happens is they don't get into that form where they're like, oh, I'm just going to do myself. I want to get started. So what happens? They do this one, they buy this package over here, and then they fall into that trap. Not that it's business. I don't crap talk nobody. I'm not saying this is just business, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the thing. When I teach this class, I do what's right for you. I got to earn your trust so you work with me and print with me. So at the end of the day, this is why I say always come over here. Now also, ready? I practice what I preach. $147 a month. I've been paying it since 2014. Okay? So if I tell you something, I put my money where my mouth is. I always do what I tell you I'm going to do. I do it for you as well. I do the same thing. So, all right. Any questions on what package we should choose and why? Nothing? Put a 9 in the chat if we ready to move forward. This is gonna be a lightning class. I'm gonna love this shit. This is gonna go nice and fast. Perfect. Okay, let's go on the home screen. I got a lot of 9s. Perfect. Good job, everybody. All right. Software wants to use a specific credit report. The specific credit report is my free score now. Go over there, get the one through the software because they have a specialty report called the Epic Pro Report. I'll show you guys how it loads into the system when it comes down time. They built it in specifically for this software. So that's it. That's just literally click your get credit report, go over there, goes to my free score now, and just pull it, open it up. You'll be good to rock and roll. That is it. Move on to the next page. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I tell everybody, get your pen, get your pad out. This is where I'm going to screw you all up. You do not know where you live. You do not know what your address is. You do not know anything. If you actually go on this prowess of what I just said, you will never make a mistake over here. Your client definitely does not know where they live. Your client definitely does not know what their address is. Your client definitely does not know what good documents look like. So again, like I said, if you go off what I tell you, you will never, ever, ever make an error in this spot over here. Can you use my credit for an example? What do you mean, girl? You want me to pull your credit report inside? Mm-hmm. Sure, because I needed my free score now account. So you got it, girl. DM me your username and password, or give Ray your information. Ray will send it over to me, and I'll copy and paste it in so nobody has to see anything. All right? Ray, get Miss Brown's phone number if you don't already have her. Text her and go from there. Okay? Thank you, Ray. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I do is you see this eyeball over here. I click this little eyeball. When I click this little eyeball, it allows me to type in here with no issues. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna type everything out. Then I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go up on a board. I'm gonna draw on a board, and I'm gonna explain everything to you guys. So over here, I'm just gonna fill everything out. John, Joe, Smith. What the hell? Smith Jr. The client doesn't know anything. That's why he comes to you. Yeah, that. Don't get me started, girl. 1990. You'd be surprised. I've been in this industry so long, clients think they know more than you. Street name and number is going to be 8 North West 12th Street. 12th Street. 18C. North East Tower. Okay. Manhattan, New York. 10038. Okay, ready? I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna start drawing everything in. So when I tell you guys this, the reason that I'm gonna go over this, I'm gonna tell you what the best document is. And don't ask me what is a document I should utilize if I don't have said. I'm giving you the best one. Go get the best one. Okay? I will give you secondary documents, which are not. I would say if you have it and that's the only way you can go, then go down that way. That's fine. But the best document is there for a reason. I'm going to explain each and every single reason why. Ready? Okay. Let me actually click this up because I know once I get my fat butt up, it's not going to go. I'm going to color coordinate everything for everybody so they understand this. Ready? So the first document that we're going to want to do is this 3 boxes right here. And that's going to be your passport. So I use blue for blue because the passport's blue, right? And we want to use the blue passport for this. Now, if you don't have a passport, I know a lot of people do, ID or driver's license. Driver's licenses last for a reason. The driver's licenses last because unless your driver's license has, ready for this? Has the actual, has the actual address that you're living at currently, the driver's license can be used as proof of address. Oh shit, this shit followed me. Okay. The proof of address, they can verify it utilizing the old address. So what we kind of want to do is try to utilize the address that is, if we don't live at the current address that's on the ID, we kind of want to use something that they don't use for verifying the address, which is the proof, which is the passport or an ID, state ID. Okay, next, Social Security card. Social Security card is your best one. If you don't have a Social Security card, W-2 or first page of taxes. Okay. I will give you guys the actual place to go get your taxes in a sec. Not your Social Security card. That's just a given. Just use your actual card. But some people don't have it. They lost it. They misplaced it. I teach you how to get another one. It's that easy. Next one, green. Green for money, ladies and gentlemen. And why I say green for money is there's only one thing the Bureau really wants. First page of the bank statement. Why? All the rest of the other products can be defrauded. So I'm going to come back on this. Hey, come on, follow me, camera. As I'm walking, follow me. Okay? All the rest of the items can be defrauded. And because all the rest of the items can be defrauded, they don't want something that can be defrauded. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you a hack in the system right now. Ray, can you drop that beautiful link inside of the chat for Chime? So Ray's going to drop a link in the chat for Chime Bank. Chime Bank costs nothing, ladies and gentlemen, to open up. I want you to put $10 inside of it. Now, the reason that he is dropping my link is because nobody came up with this until like 2 weeks ago was me. So I'm getting paid for this. Fuck that. I'm getting an affiliate out of this shit. Hey, I told everybody I'm transparent. I'm going to have fun in this. I'm going to have fun doing this. I'm transparent as all hell. Nobody else came up with it. Nobody else told me, oh, use a utility bill. Use this. Why would we use something that the bank is not looking for? The bureau is not looking for. We're looking to get a document letter thrown our way in here. Ladies and gentlemen, since I'm the printer, guess what I hate? I hate document verification letters. So what do? We give you guys the tools to actually go out and do what you need to do. So get Chime Bank. Put $10 in the account. Don't touch the damn account. It's not your bank account. I don't need you utilizing the damn bank. Just use it as a verification tool. Put $10 in it and that's it. You don't want to use your actual bank? This is the best way to go on about it. You don't have to show balances. You don't have to show nothing. And you don't care if they steal the bank because guess what? Ain't no money going into it anyway. Right, guys? So that's the way about it. Now, there are other fintech banks out there that you can utilize. Discover Bank has one. You also have one from Charles Schwab. I think it's either Charles Schwab or the other one. I think it is Charles Schwab. You have that. They have a couple of banks that you can open up with them that will work. Again, all fintech banks, they don't charge you to have a bank with them. So the best thing that you do is you open that up and you'll be good to rock and roll. As simple and easy as that. And that's it. Do we have any questions over here? I would tell everybody, take a screenshot of this so you remember. Bank statement, passport, social security card, best thing to do. For everybody that just took a picture on their phone, Ray just dropped a beautiful screenshot in the chat for you guys. You can save it right to your phone so you guys know what it looks like. Okay? All right. Let's move on. I do not touch this credit monitoring report sites because with the new move from My Free Score now, I don't know if it's working. So instead of giving you something and teach you how to do something in a place that I don't know what's going on, I just do it in a separate spot. I show you what does work and how to do it. Photo identification. This is the blue block. Watch. Blue block ID. Photo. The next piece over here is going to be my social security. I grabbed the social security. The next piece over here is going to be my proof of address. Here's my proof of address. Done. Ladies and gentlemen, when we're on the computer, okay, we should be doing this on the computer. It's very simple. First name, last name, and what the document is. Social security card, put SSC. Passport, put passport card. Passport PP. I didn't mean that. I know what just came out of my mouth. I got a little girl, so I just, bear with me. And then the last one, proof of address, first name, last name, POA, proof of address. Not power of attorney, but POA. Why do I tell you that? So I told everybody a joke last night. I'm going to tell everybody the same joke again today. When I first got started in this business, it was just me and my wife doing everything. So we double checked all the reports. We did everything together. So I didn't let my wife look at the letters beforehand. I used to do them. I used to skim through them real quickly and go through there. So I get to the bottom of one letter and guess what? I got some man's Johnson on the page because he uploaded the wrong image because it said image 456, just giving everybody that thing. So immediately we came up with the idea to tell everybody to start putting first name, last name, and what it actually is. So you didn't upload any images of that. But it was funny. It was a good laugh between him and I. When I said, hell, like, bro, I don't want to see what it looks like. He goes, what are you talking about, man? I was like, I'm staring at a picture of your member right now. And he was laughing on the other end. He goes, are you serious? I was like, I guess your ID and your thing was, next to each other and you selected the wrong one. He goes, my bad, dude. And that went off. It's just a story. It's a funny story for everybody to understand that why I tell you to do certain things. So you don't get in trouble. Once you're done, hit save, and it's going to bring you back to this screen. The reason I am not hitting save is because we have a perfect profile build. When I click that eyeball again, this is how it's going to look. First name, middle name, last name. If you have a suffix, you're going to put it over there. Your date of birth, your social security number, phone number, address. Done. Nice and easy. And guess what? It matches everything perfectly. Now, ladies, I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you girls right now. I don't want to know what the flavor of nail is this month. I don't want to know what color it is. I don't want to know if we got little ghosts. I got one this morning. A lady had her Easter bunnies on her nails. I was like, I don't want to know what holiday we celebrate, and I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know what your damn nails or your hands look like. Put the damn ID down. Gentlemen, I don't want to know what the dashboard of the car you drive looks like. I don't want to know what's up on it. And please clean your ID off if it's got any coffee stains on it. Ladies and gentlemen, make it look like what's up on the screen right now. Okay? I don't want to know what your comforter looks like. I don't want to know what your countertop looks like. I don't want to know the carpeting on the floor. I don't want to know your coffee table. I don't want to know anything. I want you to understand something. I did this last night. Here we go. This is a bill. Well, that sucks. This is a bill for a hotel. See what's on the back? It is a white piece of paper. That camera. White piece of paper. You see that? It's white. Take your ID. Place it on the bill like that. Take your cell phone. Again, it's not a photo shoot or a fashion show. Put it directly over or use a scan app, whichever suits your boat. And that's it. Take your picture, send it over to us, or do that, upload it into the thing, and it should look like that. Why? We don't want no bleed. We want it legible. We want it easy for the Bureau to see, and we want them to understand what's coming to them. The minute that they understand what's coming to them, then they cannot make a judgment or send an identification letter out to us. Does that make sense? We good? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Passport card, that's what your passport card should look like. And this is why I say passport card, because on your passport card, it just says place of birth. And all you got to do is go on a place of birth. That's it. It does not say your address. That's why you use that instead of the ID, because here's the old address. And as you can see over here, this one says they live in California now instead of living in Topeka, Kansas. So just to give you guys that idea. All right. You guys have been great so far. I'm gonna take a swig of coffee. Do we have any questions? I know I just rattled this off, but does anybody have any questions or anything they want to go over? Are we lost at any point in time? No. Okay. All right. So, to add your credit monitoring, if you are using Ms. Brown, Ray, did you send me that stuff? Oh, it was incorrect? It didn't work? Okay. All right. Does anybody have a My Free Score Now account that I can utilize so I can show you how to pull the account in? I would like to do it. I don't necessarily all have them in there. But if somebody would like to give me theirs, we can go from there. Email or password was wrong, Ms. Brown. Yes. Oh, well, technically, I think you're already in here. Ms. Nurse Jet, you the best. Watch this. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to go to the profile. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to pull it on a fake profile. I'm going to delete it. There's nothing here. And I'm going to delete this Epic Pro Report V2. Ready? Show you guys how this is done. So all I need to do is click this plus sign, right? When I click the plus sign, the username is the email address for the client's file, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my free score now. I'm going to click member login. When I go to member login, I'm just going to come over here. And I got to get it from someplace else. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's so pretty. Why am I not logged in? Bear with me 1 second, ladies and gents, while I get the username and password. Okay. I'm gonna log in over here. Once I log in, put that over here. And go. Right? Once we're logged in, we're going to come to this little golden person at the top over here. I want everybody to understand you're going to come to the little golden person at the top. You're going to click my profile. You're going to click generate client token. And it's going to generate a token. That token will now be pasted. Ms. NurseJet, did you generate a token for yourself yet? No? You haven't generated a token? Okay, I'm going to share the token with you. I'm gonna generate the token with you. I'm not going to show it to everybody, but I am going to generate a token. So, guys, give me a second. So it's going to look like this on the page, right? And I'm also going to save it over here, and then I'm going to save it. Okay. I'm also going to send it to you. I'm going to DM it to you right now, right? Okay. So I'm going to come back in the software over here. I'm going to put that there. Boom. That's the token. And then I'm going to put that over here. Now, NurseJet, whatever you want, you can go back in. If you don't want to utilize that specific token that we just went over, even though I did not show it to anybody, you can go back in, click that regenerate token, and it will stop that token. And then that's it. We put the username, which is the email address, the token in. I click done, and that's it. It imported the credit report. That's it. Simple as that. No craziness, no nothing. Just simple, easy pull. 2 seconds, you're done, you're completed. How many people got lost on that one? I'll ask it like that. If nobody's lost, all right. Miss Brown, I told you I'd help you. You a different game, girl. You a different game. I'm not even worried about you. You get help from my team. You don't got nothing to worry about. Anybody else besides Miss Brown got lost? Corey, you good? Because I know you knew. You got that? You good? Ms. Ramos, I know you're good. I'm watching your head going like this. Mr. Morris is driving, so I know he's gonna catch the replay. I got you. Look, just making sure all the new people got it. If you're good, we're good. All right. Once that's completed, guys, you'll see it says Epic Pro Report V2 pulled in, and that's what we want. That's it. Done. So now, let's go to the profile, manage profile. Oh, we did that. Okay, everything is done. We're actually ready to go generate a letter. So we're going to click send rounds of attack. We got everything uploaded. Profile's ready to rock and roll. Images are loaded correctly. Everything's done. And we're going to come here. Now, if you haven't generated anything else yet, everything over here should be empty, right? Yes, good. Fantastic, right? Fantastic. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what the software can actually generate. This software can generate a whole bunch of different letters. So this client's file is the exact same file, right? I haven't generated a different file. As you guys can see, it's generated 15 letters one day, 199 letters the next day, 217 letters, 21 and 12. Software will do what it needs to generate whatever it needs to do to get the job done. I will do my best to watch your pocket and not hurt you badly. I'll try to get it into this thing where it generates 36 letters downwards, closer down. But the software, if hitting the wrong button, can generate an unlimited amount of letters. And I really mean that. It can generate an unlimited amount of letters. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the attack area as if we had no client, and we're gonna start from the beginning. So I'm gonna click client, Kara. Now, there's some people that don't like computers, don't like utilizing computers, don't want to learn how to do anything. They just want the system to work without maximum input. So here's what we do. We hit maximum effectiveness focus. If you want me to print for you and double check your files, make sure that they go out correctly. We do everything and make sure everything double checks everything correctly. You click my name of my team, come over here, write this in, TPNPA. If you do not put this in the notes section, they will charge you full price for the letters. TPNPA. It's not a discount code. It's a different price for anybody that's in the software. Okay? TPNPA. I will, Ms. Ramos. Don't worry. Again, don't jump ahead. Focus where we at. I got to get the people here who want to learn how not to do it. Are we good? Good. We click generate the letter and it's done. Now, the reason why I teach you guys maximum effective focus and not efficiency anymore is efficiency will generate 3 letters. And what happens in those 3 letters? People are not getting results. They think it's the software, and realizing that they're generating one of the weaker attacks in the system. Because they're generating one of the weaker attacks, it doesn't do anything. So that's why I said maximum effectiveness focus, and we go from there. Okay? It's as simple and easy as that. Now, forget that noise. I'm a power user. I like doing everything myself. So when I'm a power user, I like doing everything myself. I like to come over here and click the do-it-yourself letter attack. So once I'm done over here, I click that. I click click at the printing team and click generate. When I do that, ladies and gents, what happens is we get to this part over here. Work to execute. This is the AI attack number. That's the attack that we're around. That's the 30 to 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. That's the days that we're on. So watch this. Ray, drop cheat sheet number 1 in the chat for everybody, please. So cheat sheet number 1 is going to explain to you guys what is the most aggressive and simple attacks. So what we look at when we look at the cheat sheet, here it is. I'll open it up on my screen for everybody. Here's the cheat sheet. So it says the first attack, MPEP, second MPEC, and then third PSEA. So what I want everybody to know is MPEP, which is MPEP. I don't read the name because every software has got a different name. So when you see me reading MPEP and MPEC, I'm reading that because, FYI, not everybody's software has the name Indemnity. Not every software has the name Opulence, okay? So what I'm saying is look at this name, MPEP, MPEC, okay? So I know that everybody's being taught MPEP right now. I stopped teaching MPEP about 3 weeks ago. I teach MPEC. Why? It's the same letter, just a little bit of the aggression is turned down, but why do I teach MPEC? Well, if there's 19,000 people sending letters out of MPEP, and I got 20 people in here right now that are learning from me, and we're teaching MPEC, well, I just put you ahead of everybody in an AI system that's reading your letters Okay, that turns around and doesn't see the people that are putting MPEP. Yeah, Miss Ramos. Yes. Yes. It's all about the you remember when I told you I'm gonna teach you the game? Here's the game. If everybody's going this way, we're gonna go similar, but we're gonna go a different way. Now we're in round 1. It's the first 30 days, but I'm gonna explain this to everybody. If say you printed with me, you send out a file. I turn around, I said your letters are wrong. You screwed up, right? Do not come over here and generate opulence 2. Do not generate the second round. You got to generate round 1 because it's still in the first 30 days. I don't care if you made 8 mistakes. You're going to stay over here in round 1 until you get the perfect letter. Okay? I have somebody that generated 4 letters back to back to back to back with errors on it. So I'm letting everybody know that you're like, I generated, it does not matter. You just know that people have done it. So I want you to know that just opulence 1. Don't move up the chain. Do not go anywhere. That's the one problem with the AI. The AI, if you screw up, it is not going to generate round 1 again. It's going to go on to round 2. So that's why we do it ourselves. So now we're going to click opulence 1. Now, we always have a person that we're dealing with in the industry that is financially challenged. I want everybody to see what is on the screen over here. You see everything that's selected in blue? This is for the financially challenged people. Put selected in blue. Put default in the boxes, and this is what we call the financially challenged attack. It does not matter what's on the credit report. We don't care what's on the credit report. We're just going to send it out as is because realistically, this is everything's going out in 2 letters to each bureau, which is a total of 6 letters, and that's what's going to go on. Ray dropped it in the chat for everybody so you can save it on your phone. Write financially challenged on that. Understand that the person who's financially challenged, this is going to take longer, but we're being very respectful for them. So this is going to be a lot cheaper than sending out the opposite way. Now, who likes to fail big? Put a me in the chat. I fail big all the time. If I'm going, I'm failing on the moon. Put a me in the chat if you like to fail big. Shit, ain't nobody like to fail at all? Ain't nobody like to fail at all, man. How do you guys learn from shit if you don't fail? Yo, I got 18 people in this class, barring minus 2 from me and Ray. So that's 17 people in this class. None of you failed once in your life. Nothing. You didn't fail at walking. You didn't fail at crawling, going to the bathroom, poop yourself at all at any time in your life. Everybody did it perfectly at the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I say that you got to fail big is you got to fail big and understand that if I fail big in that software, there's a difference. I fail with excellence. I don't fail in a way where I create garbage. So what I want everybody to know is when I say I like to fail big, I fail big because everything that I do, when I look at it, I read everything properly. So for example, in green, if I were to make an error in the software, did not, whatchamacallit, and I did not look at the system, I fat fingered it, I did something wrong, at least I can pull out the documents that I did not want to put when I select everything in green. While if I did everything in blue, it's all in one letter. We can't remove stuff out of the one letter. So when I say this, I'd rather fail big and have more documents to remove than have a little documents and try to fish out what I need. So I'll always select everything in blue, not in blue and green. I'll come over here. I can hit unlimited, default. And now I'm ready to go read the credit report. Now the software is reading the credit report. It just read the credit report. It's going to see all the negative items on the credit report, and it's going to go from there. How do we know that the software read the credit report? It's got this little orange circle. If you're in Schmitty's software, it's red. I think in Darius' software, it's red. In my software, it's green. Okay? This thing pops up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think is the positive accounts on this file? Good job, Ms. Brown. I hit high positive items over here. Everybody else, good job. Now I have none. Watch this, guys. Ray. Thank you. Ha, there's my guy. There's my guy. I didn't want that one. I didn't want that one. Ms. Brown. Do you see Mr. DeAndre Ruffin that just came in? That's my business partner, right? And that's one of Smitty's top students. Okay? So you need to get with him and go, really, bro? Seriously? Got to flex in the middle of my class? Get with him and he will help you with that said thing that you had asked me at the beginning of the class. Okay? All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Ray just dropped something really cool in the chat. We were working on it last night. This cheat sheet is a sheet that basically is color coordinated to the software. We don't have all the color coordinates yet. I'm sorry, I apologize. But we do got enough over here so that we can match you guys up with whatever's going on. But check this out. It tells you what the negative item is, and when it tells you what the negative item is, you're actually able to go through the system and choose it nice and easily. So watch this. When I come to the software over here and I want to start the system, I come over here to the circle and I click number 1. When I click number 1, now I'm going to bring that sheet up and I'm going to split the screen with it. Can everybody see both screens together? Okay. Remember number 1, right? We're on number 1. That's the negative item. I'm going to teach you guys all a hack, right? Here we go. See type of reported issue? That's your negative item. So what we do is we cross-reference whatever's in this box over here with this box over here. So what is the negative item, ladies and gentlemen? You can write the abbreviation. Let's see how many people get it. Write the abbreviation in the chat. Beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect. I know. You remember we made that shit in class last night? Watch this. Now I just click over here and just check my attack. It's purple. That's it. That's what I'm going to attack. And now if you guys, that's literally, you can do it on your computer. You can do it on your phone, however you guys are doing it. Now you just go through it one by one. Ready? I'm going to go to the next item, number 2. Now here's a cheat, guys. Everything in this software is color coordinated. So because it's color coordinated, guess what? If I know 1 is one color, that means everything else in that same color is the same exact thing. So guess what? Somebody put in the chat what number 2 is. Ms. Ramos, Ms. Ramos, look up here. Look up here. Because when I highlight over it, it changes to yellow to show that I'm highlighted on top of it. That's why I said always look up here. This is where you want to look. Always looking at that secondary box. I want to make no errors. INQ. Perfect. Now what I do, I just come over here and I do that. Check it. Ready? I come to number 3. What's number 3? Perfect. So we know that it's an inquiry. So that just proved our theory. So now we're going to move over to 25. What's 25, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody going to get it wrong. I know that. No, guys. Go look on the cheat sheet. There we go. There we go. Guys, look on the cheat sheet. Ms. Brown, you got it almost right. Almost. But I color coordinated it. Everybody should not get this shit wrong. Look for the color. Look for the damn color. What color does 25 match with? AOCC. It's as simple as that. That's it. So now I'm going to put AOCC. I'm going to mark that off. Now, this one's the hardest one, guys. And the reason that I'm saying it's the hardest one is because 27 is the last one on the file. Because 27 is the last one on the file, it's different for every software. It's going to be in a different color. That's why I teach you guys how to read it. So what is the type of reported issue for 27, not 25? Keep going, guys. Close. Good job, Corey. Good job, Corey. Always remember follow through on the system, guys. AODL 1-2. AODL 1-2. We want to make sure that we do that because why? AODL 3+ is actually a derogatory while this is a delinquency. So we want to make sure that we got that. So we're just going to check this box off. That's it. This client's file is done. This client's file is done. That's it. Watch this. I get the file. I come back down to the bottom over here. I look at the bottom. First name, last name, ID. First name, last name, social security number. First name, last name, proof of address. First name, last name, PPC. Guess what? I did that purposefully when I taught you guys how to upload the pictures. I know that these are the images. I know this is ready to rock and roll. I hit top over here. I'll scroll up to the top. What do I do at the top? I click client info. I double check the client info. Everything looks good. Nothing's out of whack. Nothing's wrong. Why do I teach you guys to do this? This is your last place that you can double check the information for the client before you send it to the bureau. If you run all the checks the way that I tell you, you should never make an error. Come over here, click include all 3 bureaus, and guess what? I know what the credit report has on it, so let's go turn it all on. I shut the AI off, I turn the AI on, and reset the whole system. I select the same attack number that we're in. Instead of checking all in green now, I'm going to check all in red. Why? Because we know exactly what's going to be done. I'll come over here to the cheat sheet. I match everything up purposefully. Ready? Attack PI. I'm going to attack PI in green. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to come over here. The next one, there's no public records. I got inquiries. I'm going to attack inquiries. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to do this. I got 2 empty boxes. I'm going to come over here, AOCC, all other. I'm going to come 2 empty boxes. Boom. Come over here doing one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's it. There it is. 5 empty boxes. The 6th one, that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to match it all up. Make sure everything looks right. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom. Everything looks perfect, right? Everything looks perfect. Let's rock. Come over here. How many green check marks do I have, ladies and gentlemen? 4. Beautiful. 4. How many credit bureaus are there? What's 3 times 4? 12. I come over to this box over here. I look for 12. There's no 12. I round up to 15. Default. 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 I'm done. I hit next and generate the letter. I'm finished. That's it. That is absolutely it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how easy it is. Now, come over here, generate the letter, and I'm done. Now, I promised the people who showed up from last night to tonight, I was going to show a couple of advanced tactics. So I generated this letter. I'm going to show a little bit of advanced tactics tonight on how we do advanced tactics. Okay? It's going to be a couple extra minutes, but we got done fairly quickly, and I got into class late. Yo, Dre, you want to laugh? Bro, I was sitting in the waiting room underneath my own name, not realizing why I got in. Why I couldn't get in. Now that I worked, yeah, don't laugh so hard, bro. Don't laugh so hard. All right, so watch this. Here's what the letters look like, and that's it. These are what the letters look like. All nice and easy, all beautiful, comprehensive, clean, easy, nice. That's it. But now, this is where I change the game. Tonight's the night we're gonna learn a little bit more than everybody else has been teaching you guys. Who's here that's done? This class is actually technically done. Anybody have any questions before I go into advanced tactics? No questions. Nothing. Okay. Oh, we're going to have some fun now. Go to do it yourself. I'm click generate. I'm going to turn on the same account, opulence. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to select the same thing the way that I did it. Yeah, guys, I know this shit like the back of my hand. I've been doing this crap so long that I know about the back of my hand. Ready? I finish that. I come over here. I leave this unlimited. It doesn't need to be changed. We don't care how many letters is generated in the software because the software doesn't generate the letters based upon the actual letters. It generates the letters based upon the negative items. So if I change the negative items, I can actually control how many letters are going to be generated. Oh, Ms. Ramos' light bulb went off. She was like, oh shit, that makes sense. That makes sense. So if I don't want it to generate 12 letters, I don't want to let the software generate everything in default, and I want to actually control what my costs are going to be, I have to control what the software spits out. How do I control what the software spits out? Like this. I go over here and start. Let me ask you a question. Who's new to the credit repair game, anything with credit repair? Who's new? Put a me in the chat if you're new. And I need to know if you're new. I think Dre left, Miss Brown. Okay, fantastic. So all you guys are completely new. So here's what I'm going to teach you guys. So we were taught back in the day, okay? The credit bureau can instantly, no matter what, this is before AI, the credit bureau can actually, right, look at your file, right, and dictate if your file is from a credit repair agency or a person. How do they do that? Think about it, guys. Physically, now, before AI, how did they know who is a credit repair agency and who's not? How did they know that?
The way they wrote the letters.
Well, yeah, that's a way formatting. Oh, formatting's a good way, but go deeper. Go deeper. What would be different about the way a person is writing his letters versus a credit repair organization? What would they do differently, and why? Why would they do something differently than an individual person that is writing their letters? What's the go for it.
Typing them in and the wording versus
Structure. Okay.
yeah, correct.
You're talking structure. Okay, its major part is about structure. But what is the major difference between a company that's doing credit repair and an individual person? Ms. Ramos.
They're handwriting it.
No, I never hand wrote a credit repair letter in my life. Even when I did my own damn credit file, I never hand wrote a thing. I typed everything up 15 years ago. Fuck that noise. I ain't writing shit. So that one, I'm throwing that one right out the window. So realistically, I'm talking to you and I'm asking you, what would I do differently for myself than I'm going to do for my client? Forget about consumer laws. We've been doing consumer law for freaking 15 years. That's all. That's bullshit. You know what consumer law is? FCRA. That's bullshit. That's why I said don't even put that in there because there's consumer law on this in this damn thing. I can show you where they put in section FCRA, section 611B, 61. It doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean crap. Forget about consumer law. Forget about knowing the law. What am I doing? What is okay? Let me rephrase the question, ladies and gentlemen. A credit repair organization does what? For what? They do that for guys. For charge. Thank you for money. But that's the difference. Somebody can tell when you're doing it for money and when you're doing it for yourself for free. You can tell by the file. What's the difference when I do it for money and what's the difference when I do it for free? When I do it for money, I'm going to try to get that shit off as quickly as possible because I want to maximize my profit, right? And the person that's doing it individually for themselves, do they give a shit how long it takes or they're just going to take time? Bingo. So what's going to be the difference immediately is how many negative items go in a letter. The software can not the software, eOscar back then could dictate based upon the negative items who did the credit repair. A CRO immediately, as soon as they put more than five negative items in the letter, it knew it was a CRO. Bingo. So if it alerts them, what happens? It's not. They're gonna stall. No, they're gonna stall you out. They're gonna stall you out. They're gonna try to make you give up. But what happens when you already know the game that they're playing? If you ask somebody doing your credit repair, bro, what the hell do you think they're doing? They're trying to do the same thing, and they might do shit that's not right. But that's a whole. Let me finish the field that I'm in, and let me get to your field after. Okay, so if we know that the credit repair agency is doing as many that it can, and the system knows whether you're a credit repair agency, well, we're not going to stay in the system that wants you to go through the system to get a stall letter. What we're going to do is we're going to try to minimize it. Now, I'm not going to say that it's going to get rid of it 110%, but we're going to minimize it. Maximum threshold on the eOscar system of negative items per round that goes out is 5. If you select 5 on your account, on everything you send out, you will meet the maximum threshold, and what will happen is you're going to reduce your stall letters. If you have a 90% chance of getting a stall letter in round 1, it can reduce it to 60 to 70%. So reducing it by 30% is huge. You're still on the higher end to get a stall letter, but let me tell you something. Reduce it by 30% in my favor is the key. And this is what everybody's doing that's wrong. Let me throw all my damn negative items in the account and see what the hell sticks. We ain't throwing everything at the account. We're not. Ms. Ramos, you could do 1 for all I care about, but it's how many letters is going to print off. What you want to do is what's good for your pocket. But I'm telling you right here, how do I know what the default is for round 1? Well, let me show you what the default is for round 1, ladies and gentlemen. It's 10. It tells you. Oh, well, this one doesn't tell you. Hold on. Let me show you. Here, round 1. It's 10. So if it's 10, what are they setting you guys up for? Stall letter. Stall letter. But do you know how many credit repair agencies go through this and know that it's coming? How many credit repair agencies go in and send out? I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well, I'm telling you that now. There's no reason that you guys should get a stall letter. And if you do get a stall letter, it's because you just got stalled out. You just happen to get stalled out. Okay? I'm telling you guys that. So I'll come over here. If I turn this on, round one, and in round one, I select all my negative items the way that it should go, right? And I put over here unlimited 5, default. At least I started with the aggression through the roof. At least I started with the aggression through the roof. Now, Ms. Ramos, she asked a great question. Ms. Ramos asked, well, what happens if I start with 4? All right, ready? Let me show you what attack number you are on if you start with round 4. Aggression-wise, guys, not verbiage-wise, aggression-wise, right? Let's go back to MPEP. Well, let's go through the list. You have 1 was 10, 2 is 8, 3 is 6, 4 is 5. Here's round 5 is 4. You just skipped 4 rounds of aggression and skipped right to round 5 aggression-wise by going to 4. So what does this tell you, ladies and gentlemen? For people that don't understand about anything about credit repair, if you follow the system is going to get aggressive over time. It's going to wind up costing more and more money to print your letters. But what did I just teach you? It's called stability at cost. I can stabilize it by knowing exactly what to pick because I'm a power user inside of the software. By starting here at 5 or 4 or whatever and staying there the whole time. So I know that if I start today and, for example, I go to the post office, print my letters, right? Or you send them to me, if I stay here and I run this everything, whatever this month's attack number is going to be that same thing across the board for the next 6 months. I know exactly what I'm paying. Does that make sense? Now, can you go up a couple of dollars in pages? Yes. But guess what? If we know the aggression and we know what's going on, can you also go down in money? Yes, because you get something called deletions, and when you refresh your report, what happens? Your report doesn't have the same negative items on it, which means your system goes down, and it costs you less money to keep going. Last night, I wish, for the people who weren't on last night, I had Von Johnson on here last night, who was one of my clients. He's been my clients, right? He came back last night. He said he got his shit removed in 6 weeks. Now, I can't say that was his own file, but just to show you guys the system works, but you guys have to know how to utilize the system. This is why I call this advanced tactics. Understanding how to utilize the system for the betterment of the system, holy crap, what it could do for you. Make sense, guys? This knowledge I dropped on you guys tonight is absolutely phenomenal. You guys don't realize what you guys got tonight, because not everybody else in the system is doing this. And when do you think they give up in the system? Put it in the chat. When do you think somebody gives up in credit repair? How many months? Ms. Brown, you know what? I'm going to be straight with you, Ms. Brown. What you just said, lately I feel like it's more and more people are doing that round 1. I feel more and more people are doing it round 1. It used to be 4 rounds. I feel more and more people after round 1 or 2, they just give up instantly. And you want me to be truthful to everybody in here? Or do you want me to lie to you? I think first off, economy. I think first off is always the economy. I always think that people don't really know the value of credit and money. I really think that they don't know value of credit and money. And secondly, they don't know how powerful credit is. So that's my first thing. Second is people are fucking lazy. I'm serious. Okay? People are lazy. and they don't want to do it themselves. People, they don't want to do it themselves. So let me ask you a question. How many people knowing how I broke this down tonight would have paid me for credit repair if I was their credit repair agent? Seriously, how many people would have paid me for credit repair if I was your credit repair agent and I was going over your documents, your files, explaining everything the way? Who would have paid me? Get ready when I tell you how much I used to charge. I'm going to see how many people are going to say me now. Ready? I see like 4 me's. Ready? Me, but I know the price. Okay, Mr. Perry, what's the price? How much did I? Yep, here he is. $10,000. No, not 15. No, 15. No, that was the highest I ever charged. But my average price was 10K. My partner that was just in here, that's my business partner. My business partner charges $5,000 for credit repair. 5K for credit repair. Why? Yes, I know people would pay it. You know why we know people would pay it? You know why people would pay for it? Because the people that know business and know, I shouldn't say no business, know finances, know what it equals. Do you know how much I paid for somebody to teach me credit repair? I actually quantified this the other day with the actual person that taught me. I paid him $55,000 to teach me credit repair. Yeah? Ms. Ramos, you said that's crazy. I used to charge $15,000. I made it back in 5 clients. I made it back in 5 clients.
That's perfect, but a lot of people right now be fighting for the prices because I go through that.
I did. If you did, I told them right from the beginning, if you can't afford 15,000, get the hell out of my face. I'm not the person that I'm sitting down and coming here and arguing with you about how much my price is. My price is what it is, and every time that you argue with me, I raised it by 5K. But you were in. So Ms. Brown, here's the thing: you were in trucking. I want everybody to think about this right now. Right now. Ms. Brown was in trucking. If her credit went from a 680 to a 750, right? I'm giving you 80 points, right? 760. Let me give you 80 points, right? I could get you another 2 trucks, maybe 3. And how much can I increase your profits by? 2 to 3 times.
So that's a little bit of money. 5,000, so 10,000 is a little bit of money. Is basically what you're saying.
When I talk to people about it, that's the people that I was dealing with. You know who I hate? And you know what's funny? My first ever client called me back today, right? I'm going to show you guys where he's working. I'm going to show you guys this. Let's just say he sent me a vid. Is freaking, no, not in the trucking. He's in the paddock right now of Miami Dolphin Stadium doing the sound. He's doing the sound inside of the paddock right now for the Formula One race and the event that's going on. He's doing all this. Yes, this is my guy. He called me today. He's like, Ali, he goes, I need my credit fixed. This is my first ever client. So when I talk to people like this, you build a trust with people that you know immediately when they know you can do the job. And now they trust you with anything. But you see so he doesn't get on that job if his credit wasn't right. Because they look at shit and they look to see who's going to do what. In these cases, I'll tell you guys, oh my God, the shit that we went through, the shit that we did, the shit we built up, it's crazy by what you guys do, but you guys don't realize that because a lot of people didn't teach you that. Let me tell you something. Cash will always be king, and if somebody tells you otherwise, they're stupid. Sorry, cash will always be king, but credit is the queen. Credit is the queen. And who plays chess here? Anybody play chess? I play chess. I'm not good at it, but I play it. Queen can move all over the board like it's nothing. The queen can move all over the board like it's nothing. Why? Why? That's it. She got power. She got power. She's important. But remember, who's the most important? The king. You need the cash. You need the cash.
To make it happen with the credit.
Bingo.
It goes hand in hand.
Okay. That's it. So when you do that, so I'll be straight with you guys. I was in your shoes when I got started in this industry. I have 515 credit score. I still laugh when I think about it all the time. 515 credit score. I just met my girl, who is now my wife. And she had an 825. And I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, well, how are you supposed to buy a house if you don't have good credit? Oh, damn. Yeah, I got smacked in the teeth on that one. So I didn't have the cash either. I was broken in a joke at that one too. So that's the truth. But what did I get right first to leverage everything to get where it is? Credit. I didn't even have the cash when I got the credit right. I leveraged the credit to buy the business to make the cash. That's what people are missing. That's what all these gurus are teaching. That's what all these gurus are teaching. You know why I don't teach it? You know why I don't do any of this stuff? Because here's the thing. It also takes mindset.
That's the main one. If your mindset ain't to do that, it's not gonna get accomplished, really.
Bingo.
You can spend all the money in the world, you're still gonna be at zero.
Yes. And that's the key. That is the key. It's mindset. The people that are giving up after the first month, their mindset ain't right. They don't want to fix their credit. They don't want things. So I don't do this, and I don't talk to people about this stuff and show them this stuff because I don't want them to succeed. I want them to win. So when I show you guys stuff, I show you guys stuff for a reason. What did I tell you? Printing. Come with us for printing, all that stuff, because we go through things differently than everybody else. I look at your file differently. You become students of mine. You go through things differently. I teach you things differently. I don't teach you the same way. Okay? I'd rather be basic and comfortable. I be straight. I don't even like comfort. Oh, no. Oh, hell no.
She said, I'm bougie, fuck it. I'm getting there. I'ma be there. They're not even comfortable, they content.
I like comfortable.
Yeah, of course. I think everyone does.
I like, no, they like content. Not many people know what comfort means. Not many people know what comfort means. You know what comfort is? I'll tell you guys what comfort is. Let me explain this lifestyle to you. I want you guys to open up your eyes and think about this for a quick second. Here's what comfort is. Okay? Content is getting up every morning, being able to put food on the table, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want everybody to understand this right now. I'm going to draw this line because people don't say this enough to certain people. If you get up every morning, you put food on the table for your family, and you are just content, there is nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you get your life. There's nothing wrong with that. But let me draw the line of comfort, the ability to be comfortable. Here's the line. I want everybody to close their eyes for a quick second, right? And I look at this every day. My child is crying, your child is crying, your grandbaby's crying, whoever it is. My child is crying. right? I'm looking at the clock every hour on the hour. When are you going to go to sleep? When are you going to go through it? When are you going to do this? I got to get up. I got to go to work in the morning, right? If I don't get up and go to work, we're in a problem, right? That's content. You ready for comfortable? Fuck it. I don't go into work tomorrow. It don't make a difference. It don't, no sweat off my brow. That's comfort. People frame comfort as being able to go here, being able to go there, being able to do this, being able to buy that. Comfortable to me is, truth be told,
Worry about it. You got it already.
bingo. Knowing that my baby, no matter what happens, daddy will be there. I may be tired and bitching the whole time that it's happening, okay?
No doubt about it.
I'll be tired and bitching the whole time about it, but at the end of the day, I'll be straight with you. I don't gotta go anywhere. I don't, and that's the key. And that's what I try to that's what I try to explain to everybody. That's the difference between comfort and being content. Opulence is a whole different game. Miss Brown, you talk about opulence. Opulence is a whole different game, and opulence is amazing. I like opulence too. I'll be straight with you. I do like opulence as well, but I'm happy in my comfort. I'm not at the opulence stage. Give me 6 months. Give me 6 months in a marketing company. Give me 6 months in a marketing company and watch. I'll be at opulence stage. But for all of you guys, that's the key. For everybody that's in here that stays, for all the people that left that didn't ask for the YouTube channel, I feel bad for you because you're gonna have to come sit down in my class again. You don't get it just by showing up. Ray, can we drop the link for everybody? There you go. So I like to always go over that. I like to go over the stuff, talk to everybody about this because you guys are the ones that deserve it, not me. You guys can go in, you guys can build yourselves up, you can build this beautiful system up however we go through things. But if you guys don't actually get to where you need to be, you will be fine. Ms. Brown, don't ever worry about being lost. My team has got you. I told you I'd take care of you. You remind me of my grandma, so it's okay. We got you. Don't worry about that. But for everybody that's in here, don't give up after the first month. I told you, if you expect something to happen in 30, 60, 90 days, get out of this class. You're not in the right place. It takes time. Ms. Ramos, unfortunately, there's too many people that think that in today's day and age, with the way that we get everything, they want instant gratification, and that doesn't exist anywhere but their mind. But there's also people that don't tell them the truth anymore. If people go around in today's day and age and tell people that your fucking whack ass idea of whatever you're looking at is true, instead of telling them, "Are you fucking crazy?" Like, yeah, sugarcoating things, but realistically telling people that. So, if I told you I could teach you how to make $100 million, would you believe me? Good. Message my wife. My wife makes them. Oh, just message into the printing company. Ray. Message into the printing company. Anybody want the $1 million sign? We're going to ask you what it is. I think they're $50. And we'll ship them out to you. I just got to see how much shipping is. We'll get them out to you. It takes about a week to get them to you. We make them all by hand. So just to let everybody know, it takes a little bit of time. So I have this one over here that she made me, but I got this sick ass one that's coming. It's Michael Jordan. Hold on, where is it? Ray actually designed it for me. Ray, do you have the picture of it? Yes. You could drop it in. No, show everybody. Show everybody. Share your screen. Not that. Not that either. Then attacks. I have a few apps that was using, such as Alpha Kickoff, and was helping pay me monthly to help build my credit. Now I'm looking like I'm attacking those apps that I was actually using to help build my credits. If this is off topic, did I mess up? That's going up there. That's replacing the $1 million sign. The $1 million sign is going up over there. Tell me I can't. That's more powerful. Miss Cl- um, we're making custom ones as we keep going through. Sorry, it's not off topic. This is a credit repair class. Talk. Um, so like I said last night, and I'll talk to you guys truthfully. So in this case, what you just said to me is, those things that are building my credit, you have now made bad. Okay, regardless if you weren't able to pay them off, whatever the case may be, you came into a late payment, whatever. So now that credit builder is now reporting as a late payment or a negative item. So you're not realistically going to be able to keep that account. And because it's so new, realistically, we want to get rid of it as quick as possible. We do. We don't want to keep it. We don't want to keep them there. We want to get rid of them. Don't let it age any further, because now you're aging a bad account. Somebody came to me and asked me the same thing last night. Well, I don't want to remove my student loan, even though it has a late payment on it, because it's 10 years old. Here's the best thing in the world, guys. If you have no credit, it's better than having bad credit. I would rather you have zero credit, zero good things on your credit report, than have bad credit. Here's a freebie for the night. Everybody's got an auntie, an uncle, mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, somebody that believes credit cards, they have one, but credit cards are the fucking devil. Okay? I guarantee you that person's got the oldest credit card in your family. That person's got the oldest credit card. Now, it doesn't get you in trouble, Ms. Brown, if you know how to utilize them. So now, watch, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do something. Go to that specific person and tell that specific person, hey, I need you to do me a favor. This is how this works. Can you help me? Go to that specific person, ask them to make you an authorized user on that account. That card comes to their card comes to their house. They have to give it to you for you to be able to utilize or spend anything on there. You are not going to utilize it. You're not going to get the card. You can tell them to run the damn card through the damn shredder. You don't need it. What do you want? You want the freaking age. You want the authorized user on that account. You want the limit. Ready, ladies and gentlemen? Again, I always tell people, I practice what I preach. I practice what I preach. Here's my name, correct? Everybody see my name? I'm going to go credit war map. We'll scroll down. I'm going to go trade lines. What does this say up here? What does this first line say up here?
35 years and 10 months.
I have one of those people too. His name is Dad.
Oh, shit. He got it.
35 years, 10 months. When Sears closed, they closed it, then naturally closed the credit card out. Can't use it because their credit cards weren't credit cards. Their credit cards were store cards. You could only utilize it in the store. So 35 years, 10 months. That's how I went from a 515 credit score to a 710. A 710 with negative items.
But they have something called
Fuck that no. Fuck all that shit. Fuck that
They
shit.
don't have it though. If they don't have somebody with a solution like this.
Why would you pay for something that you can go get on the outside? You have it. It's just asking people the hard question. You know why people don't like asking it? And Ms. Ramos, you're gonna understand this immediately. People don't like talking finances, and when they talk finances, that people talk around and look down upon you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not a time to worry about it. Credit Strong is gonna give you brand new age. It's not gonna give credit.
It goes back. Not 35 years, of course not, but it'll go back.
Let's look it up. How far are we going back? Where is it?
Money goes 5 years probably. No more, no more than that.
Products.
But sometimes people don't have that. Sometimes people don't have that. Somebody to ask. Maybe everybody in your family don't got good credit. So I mean, how can you get it? You gotta strategize some other type of way.
Well, that means I got a bunch of clients then.
How they gonna put you on is the question.
You know what we do? So when you have family members like that, you start building authorized users with each other. So if Johnny gets a credit card for $15,000, I get a credit card for $15,000. Mark gets a credit card for $15,000. Tina gets a credit card for $15,000. I'm an authorized user. Mark's an authorized user. We all put each other on the card because you're allowed up to 3 authorized users, right? Collectively, we just put $70,000 in debt on our account, quote unquote, right? Now I have a $70,000 threshold. That's what happens over here. That's what I was trying to explain to you guys. You guys do that, and that's how that the key is. I'm gonna read a little more into Credit Strong because they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to, unless you've been a client with them. They're not allowed to backdate an account. That'll get them removed. So I'm trying to figure out where it is. I'll find it and see if that's true. But they can only go up to what you've paid for because that's as long as you're a client. And they don't want to remove their ability to report. I'm not saying that you're wrong, Ms. Ramos. I just got to I got to do my due diligence on that one. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is coming over here. Now, this is what we did over here. I had a friend of mine who had a $40,000 JP Morgan Chase. I had them throw me on their $40,000 card. Now, between this one and this one, I have $45,000. Guess what? When my first credit card was that I actually got when I started applying again. To 10K. No, 10K from American Express after having 515. Those are charge cards. I'm talking about the credit cards from American Express. Charge cards are no. What you got?
My credit is 836.
That a girl? So what the hell are you here for?
Because I fix other people's credit. I want money like that too.
How much you charging?
I charge 5K. That's what I charge, but I gave you 10, so that could be my new magical number, 10. What's up? If you don't want it, get the fuck out of here. Get out of my office.
Shit.
10, 10 is gonna be. I fix credit. I've been doing it for the past 3 years.
Where you getting your clients from? Facebook?
No, you're gonna laugh right now.
No, I ain't gonna laugh. I love hearing the stories. Go, tell me.
All right, so I do this in the daytime, right?
Uh huh.
When I'm bored, and then so I just go driving around, pick up people, and people be talking shit, and then I just hear them talking about credit. I give them my business card, and I tell them what I do. I show them my IG that it got. I deleted 50 late payments. I deleted a whole bunch of stuff, and then I have it on my IG, and automatically when they call me, they already not charge $100 for consultation. It's 45 minutes. I'll go over the credit, a little bit of credit education, and
M-
I've been doing it for 3 years. I be learning. It don't. It you. This is an industry you out. You always have to stay learning. If you slack and you don't learn, you fuck. Cause everybody be trying to learn shit and be fucking it up for the rest.
Miss Ramos, what fucking bureau you borough are you from?
Well, right now I live in Hampton Bay. I'm living comfortable too, but
I
yeah.
I was it's either Brooklyn. I was either Brooklyn or the Bronx, either or.
I was yeah, both. So I was my family lives in the Bronx. I'm from 196 in Fordham Road. I lived there to the age of 13, and then we moved to Brooklyn, and then from there I moved to Puerto Rico, and then I'm out here by myself. So do you see this?
I can't see that. No, what is that? I can't see it with your background. It goes a spotlight, spotlighter for everybody.
Oh shit.
And it take
How do I take it
you
off?
got to right click. You got to right click, and then remove your thing.
You said I can take it off, bro?
And right, if you like right click on yourself or the little three dots on the top, and then blur my background or video effects and settings. The little three dots on your name.
On my name. Let me see. I'm in. Okay, here we go.
And then do the three little dots, and then they'll say video and effect settings. Oh, you guys are about to get some crazy shit because
I be
I'm
doing a lot of crazy shit. I don't be playing that shit. I want my money. I want my $5,000. You said go to settings.
yeah, video and effect settings. Uh huh.
Got it.
And then take your screen and then shut off the background. So
I'm gonna charge them more money. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the money. I don't give a shit if they pay me. They gonna pay me. Why?
yeah, just do my credit. Say,
My credit too, because don't you want the money too? Don't you want the money too?
she got to buy another truck. She's trying to tell you she got to buy another. There we go.
Okay, so let me open this.
And you know why
All I do is learn. That's
you,
my shit. I love to learn.
you know why she left you know why she left Puerto Rico, guys? Why she went to Puerto Rico? She liked that money. How many freaking late
Money
pay?
out there. Ain't no money out there.
Oh, you did nigga. Oh, damn. All them late pay. All the late payments. Yeah, I got you.
And that's a mortgage. That's a mortgage on foreclosure.
Uh huh. I saw it. I saw it. Wow, she gonna remove all the shit.
You can see a little bit of FS.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took yourself for a call. Yeah, I take them off.
So,
All you
guys.
gotta do is learn. You could really learn out here. There is a lot of shit. You just gotta know. Before, so my background, I used to work, so you're gonna laugh. My story's crazy. So I was for 19 years a cab driver in New York City. From that, I retired and I started doing Airbnbs. I got sick. Um, and I was diagnosed with Graves' disease. That's an immune system disease created by your thyroid. I got 40 rounds of radiation. I couldn't do my Airbnbs. I was
It's the camera. It's the camera.
It's the camera. I see a little bit. Wait, hold on. Cause here I talk shit. I like to talk shit on Instagram. Wait, hold on. Look how many women was I deleted. Shot all of them that I took off. And this is with no software. The real deal
What did you? Where did you do it?
no shenanigans. This is me talking shit. Dirty hard inquiries on his video. I'm doing the deletion of hard inquiries.
Oh, you did the phone. You did the phone call.
Uh, I'm sorry?
You did the phone call for the inquiries.
No. CFPB. I did that.
Girl, you're not supposed to do CFPB. I told you don't.
That's before I met this.
So,
So I used to do FTC, CFPB, everything off. That's it. Done. Get it? I would just look at Experian Insurance using the Equifax, and they have the app, and it'll show you everything, and then I'll just basically record all my client stuff. And there was over 60 of them removed.
let me tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys a good story tonight. This one's a good one. So when I was in the game, right? When I was in the game, I had bad credit at the beginning. You remember? I ran my shit up over 197 inquiries.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Sometimes you see some real crazy shit.
I removed 97 inquiries in 1 hour.
You call them in?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. No, I didn't know. I just turned around and said there's no account attached to them. There's no account attached to them. So we said it was fraud. We just removed it at that time. That's how we used to do it. But at the end of the day, what I'm telling you guys is it's just CFPB, FTC was when TransUnion started cracking down on it. Remember, I've been doing this shit for 15 years. So all the shit that I'm telling you about was new when I did it. It's all.
So it's actually working.
It was working, so we didn't have to do it. They didn't put all the shit in place for it at that time. So that's why. So this company, so the owner of this company, let me teach you guys something. When I got in the credit repair industry, he had no software, no nothing. I have the original letters that he taught us how to write. I have the original ones that are in the software. And I was going through them the other day. I was reading his student loan letters, and I was just like, this guy was ahead of his time by like at least 40 years. At least 40 years with the way he used to write. And just giving you guys that idea of like, he is not a person that just did it for shits and giggles. Like he truly understood the game. He understood how he did everything. And the funny part is now I look at it and I was like, I'm teaching this to you guys when he was teaching this to me. And it's just crazy after we start teaching, we start going through all this stuff. We start teaching each other all this shit. And it's just nuts. And that's why I was like, I sit down and I watch all you guys. A lot of people stay in here and they go through and they're like, what the hell do you do? Like, how do you do it? And I'm like, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of knowledge. Why don't I do UCC? I'll be honest with you why I don't do UCC. It's not that it's not powerful. UCC is extremely powerful. But if you lead with UCC, you also lead into a lawsuit. And guess what your client is not prepared for? A lawsuit. And guess what happens when they get a lawsuit? They get scared.
They panic and then they don't want to do anything.
Bingo.
They go into turtle mode. They hide.
Bingo. Bingo. They don't answer. They don't do nothing. When they get that lawsuit, then they get their account re-put back on. And now you have to go back through the recourse of what it is. And I have to start from the beginning with the client. And now you have to try to hopefully get paid. They stop answering the phone. They stop answering everything.
They're not gonna pay you. They're not gonna pay you.
Bingo.
Yeah, they
Okay? It doesn't matter if you put them in a collection agency. It doesn't matter if you take them to court. It doesn't matter if you do anything. They're not going to do anything and they'll hide.
no, they will. It will matter if I put USDC one in your fucking credit. I'll garnish all your wages for the rest of your life.
But if they don't leave their damn house,
I know how to do that shit. That's the whole thing. When you learn about something, you gotta learn it all the way, or you don't learn shit. Either you learn it for real because you're gonna really be that's your money, Like, you're funny. Like, I didn't even expect her to tell me no. And then I told him, so you better go get a job and pay all that shit. So he started paying it. And then American Express did him dirty. Came and he started so he kept using the card because it was his fault too. So he only owed seven. Actually, he owed only five. He took five to pay the college, and then he started still using the card. So he was paying like $700, but he would use five. So he's not really paying the card. He would keep on using it. So then, as the fourth payment, they told him they basically cut off the card and told him
Mm-hmm.
that's his payable account now. So
Mm-hmm.
he was cool, and he was like, "Oh my God, I don't have that money." And he came to me, "Mom, you better let me alone." I was like, "I don't got one penny of your money in my bank account. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not paying you shit." And then he was like, "Why? What do you mean? Give me all this shit." I'm like, "That's what happens in the real world, bro. This is real world." And then he came from there. They started suing him. And when he gave me the lawsuit, I was like, "Come on, man. I'm gonna teach you something. You better never get into no shit no more." So my son right now is a counselor for children in basically for ACS. That's what he does for a living. I took him out of that lawsuit. I took him out of that lawsuit. So when they gave him a lawsuit, I made believe I was him, and I called and I confirmed everything. I told him the story, and then I was talking to a lawyer, and the lawyer was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna sue you. We only can make you do this type of agreement. We need all the money in 3 months." And I said, "And you know, in those clause of your of the stuff that you sent me with the APR, there's something in really tiny fine letters that says arbitration. You know what that means?" And they was like, "Yes." And I was like, "So I see you there." And they did not like that. And when I went over there, I told my son, "Say a sob story that you homeless and all this shit." I made him apply for food stamps and everything. He got some. Yo, listen. I'm telling you, when it's time to learn, you better get learning because this shit will take you out of any home. So I made him apply for food stamps. When you get your food stamp card, that EBT card, you can sue anybody with that. The government will pick it up. The government will pick it up. They will honor it, and now you don't have to pay the court charges to put your number on the docket. So now you go there, you get a free lawyer, you get everything for free because you're homeless and you are on EBT, so you don't have money, right? Supposedly, right? So then he did all of that, and guess what he paid? $0. But he got blacklisted, and I was like, "Don't worry about it. You got another credit card." Moral of the story: you better get to learn. You better stop spending above your means. So he learned. He learned. He learned.
I said it to everybody last night. There is one person that I will not screw over, and that's American Express. I will rob a
Yeah,
ba- I,
they not a force to play with.
I will rob a bank and pay American Express before I screw over American Express. And it's not to say screw over, it's it not be able to afford not to pay them because they control a lot of major high end institutions. They lend out for Mercedes Benz. They do a lot of lending for BMW. They will control a lot of things. You screw them over, you will not get the things that you want.
And
So,
ABC's partners with them. That's the
uh
thing.
huh, uh huh.
ABC's partners with them.
Well, they're charged. Go for it.
They got other ones. They got other ones. They got the American Express Blue Cash Every Day. You can pay that with a little bit, a little by little. They have other ones. They have other options. They have the plum card. Never get that one unless you got American Express dollars in your bank account and you're able to pay that in one shot because they do have a lot of stuff out there. But you just gotta ask them and you tell them what you need and they will tell you more or less which one you should get.
It always Blue Crash every day is a good one, and the everyday card. You guys don't need anything else more than that. That's all you need. That's all you need. No,
No, no, that's personal.
there's only two cards you should have in business if you want American Express: American Express Gold and American Express Platinum. You use your gold. You use your gold for your everyday spend. Use your platinum. You lose your platinum for the transfer out of the reward points because you transfer from the gold to the platinum and then the platinum to wherever else you want to go to. And that's at
That's $500.
fucking platinum's almost $900 now on the annual, and the gold is gold three. Yeah, I just literally paid my freaking platinum bills 900.
For annual fees?
Yep.
Oh, wow. My fees still $600. That's
You
almost
Well, you got in when it was I so my first platinum card I used to pay $4.95.
So what happened?
I don't have that business anymore.
Oh shit, so you got rid of it. Then
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, so the new business, the tech company, the software that I was showing you guys, that's my new business. That's my tech company. So that under that one, that's what we have. So now we at 895. But let me tell you something. I got 450,000 points in the first month by spending 20K.
Whew, that's good. The points are amazing.
Oh, forget about the points. It's concierge.
Yeah,
Concierge is key. Get forget about everything else. Oh my God,
you
no.
got the American Express lounge. You got if you go anywhere with that credit card, you go to concerts. They got to own American Express thing. You got the card itself. You go and you skip all the lines. You skipping all the lines. It's work.
Forget all that bullshit. Forget all of that. You ready for this? I'm booking flights. I'm book.
What?
Oh wait, no, no, no. I'm booking flights. I got to get a flight from here to Atlanta, right? I look it up on the tickets. My flight from here to Atlanta is $2,500. I said, fuck. I'm like, that's a lot of money. I don't feel like paying that. I call, I pick up a phone. I call the guy. He goes, I can get you a flight for $800 leaving on Monday, first class. I was like, thank you. Book it. It paid for itself three times in one shot. They have everything there, and then they also have the partner rewards. Anytime that I book a hotel, I book with one of their partners. I get early check-in, which is 11 a.m., and I get late checkout 4 p.m. So I get a basically full another day inside of that hotel for next to nothing. So guys, when we like, I tell you guys these stuff, like, but you're hearing it loud and clear from a lot of different people. Um, damn, this class was fire.
That's the customer.
It's just crazy. You never. I tell everybody this is why I always say I push everybody to say you should print with us, this, that, and the other thing, because all of that stuff. This is all the shit that we go through. Ms. Ramos, you're gonna be one of my best students. I know that right now.
Yes, I mean I love to learn. Literally, I do love to learn. That's my shit.
You ready for ready for this? All you got to do is pay for printing one time on one of your letters. You become one of the students, and then I give you access to the fucking treasure trove.
And where do I need to print from?
The software.
All right,
The
from you. But wait, don't they have something else? Last time I used that, I think it was last year, the Metro 2, and I was like, what the fuck happened? The other day I was trying to do it, and I was like, what the fuck happened here?
because you.
Like 2 months ago, I'm like, what the fuck happened here? They messed it up.
So when you come over here, remember when you're doing your thing,
Mhm.
and you select your report. Hold
Yeah.
on. You select your client. You're going through. You're gonna do it yourself, right? You see where it says printing and mailing service?
Yes.
Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
I mean, I love the name.
Well, that's my actual government name.
Oh, really?
That's my government name.
I didn't even have to make it up.
That's my freaking government name. I don't even have. Normally, I have my passport over here, but it's upstairs. Uh,
Yep.
but that's what I tell everybody. That's how it works. It's as easy as that. Pay for printing, you get inside, and that's it. It's game over. Now, I'm also going to show you something, Ms. Ramos. I'm going to guarantee you right now, you're about to change the game with everything. So, ready?
But I need more. I got clients, but I mean, I'm almost done with them. And I was about to stop taking classes because I'm about to do that general contracting stuff. So now I want to learn how to make. I'm about to change the game in construction. I want to make houses made out of containers. Only $2,000 to buy a container. So can you imagine just buy land and just build a crazy ass house made out of container? You don't need to do all this fucking fixing a house. All that lumber is fucking expensive. You just gotta do minimum maintenance on this shit. It's like, what? That's why people put my prices up.
You, you know what I was told. I looked this up. I'll give you guys a little bit of history. So after the war in 1776, like after we had the war with British, what happened is George Washington implemented something as the president of the United States to build houses quickly in the United States. He told them build everything out of wood. The problem is they never changed the law to build it out of wood into building it out of concrete. And the problem is because we started building in wood, we never changed. That's why we're having those issues. But there's people that still building in concrete. And if you go down to southern Florida, Miami, what are the houses built out of? They're built out of concrete. That's Arizona too, because we know what to go again. So that's why I was telling my wife the next house that we build, if we build a house, it's gonna be out of concrete. I'm not building it out of anything else, because it's just it's gonna last the test of time. So it is crazy. So Ms. Ramos, I'm gonna show you something. Absolutely, we exchange numbers. I'm a master's student and I'm about to start development soon. Ooh, here we go. We got a bunch of.
On too, I need to exchange. We need to exchange too. Everybody, we all need to exchange because everywhere. So my energy is always laws of attraction. When you believe in something bigger than everything in life, which is God. I mean, you want something, God aligns it for you. It will
Mm-hmm.
happen. So if you are the magnet, you attract what you want in life.
Look at this.
That's honestly real. Every time I feel like I need to do something in life, and I just put my thought into it, I said today I'm gonna go to this class. I was asking Miss Deborah, Miss Deborah, when do you teach the class? She's like, oh, not today. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the class today. And I went and got the stuff. I was like, I'm gonna get. I was logged in from 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, I ain't missing this shit. On your yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean? You need to get with Matt? You need the partner referral. No, you don't give him my name. You give him the score machine name. I don't have a referral for my score IQ. No, bro. I don't use them, bro. I told you that. Do we? No. I only my score IQ. Oh, bro. ID. So, are you trying to become a partner? Okay. It's not. It's under IDIQ. So, where's the part? Yeah. Hold on. I can't send you the chat over here. Ray. Thank you, fucking Ray. I'm not gonna private message you. Do me a favor, Q. There's a number. Ray, can you give us the old number 914-429-418 914-429-4188. Text that. He's gonna send you that link. I'm gonna double check it right now just to double check that it's working. Give me a second. Yeah, the link is working. I'm on it. Broski, it's right here. Uh huh. You talk to you talk to you talk to Matt Rosner. Darius. Oh, that's the guy. They're all in California. The headquarters is in California. Give me a second. My no, it's got nothing to do with my number. What did you? What's your referral? I don't have a number with them. It's under the score machine. That's why. Hey, man. Oh, hey, honey. I didn't even see you guys. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Peekaboo. My daughter just came down to say yes. Give me a second. Let me check this over here. What did you? What's the referral partner name? No, you. What did you sign up under? What's your business? Control. Yeah, you didn't sign up under us. Control the leverage. I don't have it. They're not yet. So there's only one person you should be in contact with. Text that phone number that I just gave you, the 914-429. Do that. Ray Run Ray. Hey Ray Run Ray on YouTube. Do me a favor. Text that phone number. I'm gonna give you Matt Rosner's number. You're gonna call Matt Rosner directly. He has my stuff. Matt is the only one that handles that file. That's why you got somebody that you weren't supposed to get. Okay? No problem. No problem. So guys, end of class, usually credit repair questions are dead. I go through some of this stuff. I show everybody a little bit of new what I got going and what we're doing. And a lot of my students are here, people that print with me, people that work with me. I show you guys a little bit of difference. So here's the thing. First and foremost, I do things a little bit differently than all the other softwares. I'm meant to work with Metro 2 for a reason. Metro 2 is missing a few things. So the things that they're missing is the same thing that Ms. Ramos is talking about that she's using. So first off, Ms. Ramos, let me ask you a question. Nope. Where's that file? Right here. If you having a consultation with that client that you just found on Lyft right now, and you talking to them, and this is what their credit profile looks like, and you can tell them, well, do you know how to drive a car? I'm going to assume yes, since you know how to drive Lyft. Do you know what a red light means? Do you know what a green light means? What does yellow mean? I want you to go down that thing. If you see red, say stop. If you see green, say go. If there is any red in anywhere, you say stop. That's it. Doesn't matter what it is. So I'm going to read each of these criteria, and then we're going to go from there. Well, this client's file is not the best, but we'll keep going. Does this client have a score of a 700? Stop. Just remember, stop. We want to get him in that mentality. Stop. There's a whole game behind what I'm saying. Does this client have under 30% utilization? Go. Perfect. Minimum 5 open primary cards? 2 open primary credit cards with at least 2 years of age? No more than 4 unsecured accounts open in the last 12 months. Okay, right here, under 4 inquiries in the last 12 months. Okay, stop. The reason that we didn't put over here, we wanted to know how much was here, right? Got collections? You gotta stop. See that what that says? Not quite eligible yet. Go to credit repair. Now, Ms. Ramos, from somebody that don't know you, from a hole in the wall, didn't do any social media, if you showed them this, do you think they're gonna sign up for your credit repair and pay you $10,000? You. Re- So you are in a position now where you're talking to your client. You've already broke down their whole file. You're telling them why they're not fundable. This is a fun. Mhm. Well, that's the key. This is what a lot of people don't see. They don't see what's going on. They don't know. They just see a score, and then they don't know what's going on. So we break it down for them, and then we come down over here and we tell them, well, you got nothing over here. You got no shit. So we come over here and start breaking it down. You got a bunch of installment loans that are on collections, right? You got a bunch of stuff. You got a bunch of stuff that's in late payments, and then you come over here. Here's your inquiries, all the inquiries that you pulled, and then you come down. You got no freaking accounts. So you kick off Kovo, all the things that you were talking about. This is where it is. Okay. They need that. So you will be building this file. It's the same thing. So we break it down like this. We're going to start with your inquiries first and break down your inquiries. Then after your inquiries, we're going to go to we're going to go all your negative items. Okay? Then after we go all of your negative items, then we're going to go to utilization. Since this guy doesn't have any utilization, we don't go over there.
They gotta build it up for them.
Bingo, because you're doing credit restoration at the same time. And then you come over here and all that stuff. When they're ready, their account will look like that as we're tracking them through the system. Let me ask you a question. Is this client ready for funding? And there's
1,000%.
and
They got that yellow bullshit, but it says bullet gold. You could probably take one. Gotta look which one, what inquiries are like the closest one to knock off and maybe knock that one off. So you got already have to see the three. He's good to go. You could go. You could go tomorrow, really.
realistically, yes, we can. So I click go to funding. The AI reads the report and populates the cards. Now, that's the key. And it'll,
This is good because you see, I don't do it like that. I go on the app Experian and I make them get the 30 credits from there, and I'll sweet cruise through that, and then I see, and because I get all this stuff myself, like all these credit cards, because my credit score is 863, I mean 836. I'll tell them what credit cards they could get because I know they're telling me which ones. Since I'm getting all this information constantly from me, I can tell them. And then I tell them only get this credit card. You don't need gazillion credit cards. You need only one or two
well,
powerful ones.
here you go. Here's all the credit cards that this client can get, and the AI just read it for him. And we don't go based upon what Experian and all those other stuff give you because they're getting paid by the bank for it. So they're never going to give you the best one. They're just going to give you the which one's going to pay them the most amount of money. So guess who we don't?
You know which way? Like I always take mentorship. Like I said, I'm always telling you that's key. That's key in life. You also have to have that on top. So I take mentorship. So a lot of people don't know that what is that called? When you go to the not the regular bank, but when you go to
Credit union.
yup, that's the best. Credit unions make decisions right then and there, and they give you the bigger bag because and there's this website that you can type in and see which credit union around your way is by. They have like this score, and how much money people are coming in and out. They have a lot of money movement, so you probably get a lot of money and get through faster. So that's also good for everyone to learn about because the more you learn, the more you can manipulate your money. Because this game, this credit shit is a game. It's meant for all of us. It's meant for the government to keep us in debt. If you don't know the power of credit, you fucked. Yes, cash is king, but if you don't got that, you fucked. At least with the credit cards, you can play a lot of games. Like I do that. I take credit cards, take it, put my son. I told my son to get a square. Would take out, liquidate my credit card, $15,000. I pay my credit card in 3 months back. Put the money back. I use that money, use it to do a business venture. I do a lot of shit. So if you have credit, you do have credit. You do have cash. You just gotta know how to liquidate it. It'll give you a different APR, and then I put it for my son. I make a letter saying that he did a refund. So what does it matter if he gives it to me in cash or whatever? Now they're not charging him for the taxes of that. So when it's time to do the IRS, you got that covered. There's a lot of plays, but if you're not educated, how you know what plays to play? You're not educated. You don't know what moves. Like he said before, people love to play. Some people here play chess. We play. That's the game we play. We're trying to maximize on our credit in order to get up. Because if we don't learn how to maximize on our credit, we're gonna be in a hole forever.
Mm-hmm.
Paying APRs, that's what I teach to a lot of the people when I get them at first and I see all these credit cards and I'm paying so much APR. So this is the trick. I make them a spreadsheet and I tell them, listen, so if you got a credit card and this what you paying for your APR? Oh, I'm paying $100. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. You couldn't afford to pay $500 every month? Yeah, I tell them, so what can you actually afford? Six? And they're like, yes. I'm like, okay. Are you sure? Yes. And I show them. You're making two payments. You're making the APR payment separately, and then you're gonna call and make another payment of $500. You're gonna see a lot of your credit go shrink like that because you're doing two payments. You're
768. 768.
Yeah. And I have $73,000 worth of debt. So
Girlfriend.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You gotta know the leverage shit. And I do the same trick. I put all of this shit on, all this credit strong. I put something called Tomo Boost. I put all this shit.
Does that work? Because I'm thinking about not doing. That's a lot of like extra money.
So in Tomo Boost depends. It depends which, because they do sometimes send you uh like these deals. So if you have a deal, you could get on that because they'll do it for the whole year. So I just put up one that's gonna report a whole year, but it's gonna come out slowly. In a whole year, it's gonna report. Within a year, it's gonna start reporting 100,000, 100K in my bank, on my credit report.
That's what I saw on mine. But I didn't
So
think because I was like, I didn't know.
so I only paid $300 for it. You should got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know what it was. I mean, I didn't know. I
And
didn't want
then yeah, do it because I always call them. I always be a pain in the ass, and I call them and I ask them a gazillion questions. I got ChatGPT 5.0, genius, and I'll put stuff. Is this a good deal? This is a bad deal? And I need questions, and then I'll just call on the phone and I'll start reading all those questions. Blah, 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 and they're like, oh yes, oh blah, blah, no, okay, and I start writing yes, no, yes, oh no, okay. So I'm gonna call you back. If I'm telling you I'm gonna call you back, I'm not calling you back. That's a damn lie. I'm not calling you back. But if it's real and I see something profit because and then I also emailed and they told me I don't know if you can see this. It says I always make sure I don't know if you can see it. It says 30 to 45 days, tops 90 days for it to appear in your credit report. So that helps you. So if you got this reporting for a whole year, you pay $300 maximizing, and that whole year, when it starts going up, all your credit cards go up. So they're gonna all hit up, and then you're gonna now when you take it off, your credit cards are gonna stay up. So if you don't get 100, and because you didn't have 50, you don't have
Well,
50
they gave
now.
me 100. They gave me 100. I was like, I don't know what it is. I didn't know what to do. I don't know anything about credit.
Yeah, I
So,
always do due diligence because I don't want nobody to steal my money. If somebody
exactly.
tries it, believe me, I'm gonna get my fucking money back because I will get it. I will hawk them down. I will send them a letter of, and I'll send them a letter of intent to litigate on the ass. I will send it to them, and if you make me do it, I will do it too. Don't make me do that. I mean, I'll
So I have
bluff
no
you.
question.
I'll bluff you until you think I'm playing. When you think I'm not, it's not gonna happen. I will. You will get that. You will get that letter. You got served. I'm not playing. I want my money.
I have a question. I think what I did wrong was because I remember hearing you in the thing earlier, Miss Allie. Am I
Mm-hmm.
saying it right? Am I saying
Mm-hmm.
it right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why Ray couldn't get in my thing because I went not in the chat thing. I went like on my own like freecreditschool.com. I went like in the app. I did it wrong, huh?
Yep. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
But that it don't matter. Like when you make mistakes, you learn on it. Believe me, I don't know $60,000 in doing businesses and shit. I mean, I learned a whole lot. That's why I keep on saying that learning education is fundamental in anything that you're trying to do. Anything. I don't care
So
what it is. You gotta just learn it.
right, so that's why he couldn't get in it because I didn't get it from out of the
From the website.
Mm-hmm.
yeah from the
My
I don't
free
know.
my free score now.
I don't know how to do anything. Y'all like I've been doing 25 years. All I know is trust.
No, I know. I mean, it takes some time, but you're not by yourself. You got all of us. I will help you. He will help you. All of us will help you. I'm not no expert, but I know a lot of little tricks.
Yeah.
We could
I'm
trust
still
me.
learning
I
too.
pulled it
I'm
up.
still
Okay,
learning
y'all.
too.
I mean, I don't mind nobody seeing. I don't have nothing to hide. So how can I do it to where y'all can see what it looks like?
Pull it up. Go into your thing and pull it up.
Well, we don't do no, no, we don't do it on the thing because we're streaming. So she can't pull it
Oh,
up on it. Yeah, we're streaming, so that it'll automatically get the thing shut down. That's why there's only certain accounts that go up because then I can prove it's my account.
got it.
That's why
That's
I
why you was asking. That's why you was asking, so you could just log in and do it from there.
yes. No, 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 no. I mean, like when I show you an account,
Yeah, it's yours.
this is mine. That's my actual account. These are my accounts. So when I go and argue with YouTube, YouTube's going to be like, "Well, that's somebody else's account." No, motherfucker, it's mine. And I send a picture of my ID, and they go, Oh, it's your account. So they get. I'm like, I can put my account on online. So yes, I chose to do that. I chose to speak about my credit. That's what when I do that, I don't put anybody else's information on. I don't show any email addresses, any of that stuff. So when we're doing that, that's why I was like, when you were giving me, NurseJet was giving me your information, I pulled it off the screen onto another screen. Yes, yes, Bri. Yes, yes, Bri. I'm good. You sound exhausted, bro. How are you?
I'm about to comment on
Oh yeah, I'm like, who they Ray Ray? I'm like, I don't know who Ray Ray is. My daughter just came to get me a picture of her and me.
but I like her, man.
She fire. She fire.
Where she from?
New York. What do you expect? Bro, I didn't even ask her if she was from New York. I said, what borough are you from?
Bro, when I heard talking, you know, boy.
Uh huh.
Like I don't play. She's like, look, I'm gonna give you some of these plays that I know.
Yeah, because I do them myself. You always gotta keep, even if you got debt, you make your credit high. So now it's not really debt. It's good
Nah,
debt because it's
nah, you
always
good.
high.
You know, I was just saying, I like, your honesty and willing and trying to help people. So, I mean, that's one thing I was saying is that, for those, people trying to learn it, it's good for people who are willing to help others know the stuff that they don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So I
Mm-hmm.
was just
Anytime,
checking on you.
anytime. I mean, I'm cool like that. I know that I because I know it's hard to learn it. It ain't a walk in the park. This got a lot of shit. You do gotta go in. It goes into like a rabbit spiral hole. Like you really gotta pay attention. You really gotta start learning it. If you're really passionate about something, I mean, I've had people say you should become a lawyer. I mean, I don't want to become no fucking lawyer. I don't want to go back to no goddamn college. I want to do this shit. This shit's easy. Like I could do this whenever I want. I could choose my clients. Not all money is good money because sometimes you get people, and I learned that the hard way. I sometimes get people, and oh my god, I wish I never did no contract with them because they are so freaking annoying.
Same. I
Mm-hmm.
had to learn the hard way. Not dealing with them, but dealing with other stuff I do. And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, you know what? People call me back. I'm like, nah, man, I can't deal with you no more, man. And my cousin, I was like, I finally understood because I'm a person. I just, you call me at like damn near at midnight. I'm about to meet you.
Yeah, you want that money. You want to secure that bag. You want it.
You call me at 4 in the morning. I'm about to meet you. Be like, hey, I got some stuff for you. Like, yeah. I was like, nah, man. So I was just like, yeah, that's good that you understand that all money is good money.
No, all money is good money. Sometimes money comes with a lot of headaches. You're going without. You're going to get somebody better. It's easy to make your job. And one thing also, I think I've had like in real life. In real life, I don't believe jobs like you gotta go somewhere. No, I still love them. Like I like you know how you said that you've been around, you've been working as a truck driver for 25 years. You can never go back to working for nobody. You don't know what the fuck that is. You like what? Wake up at what time to open what fucking business? Nah, just leave it at that for the time.
I told you. I told you guys comfort. I told you guys
Comfort.
it's comfort. It's comfort.
And that's my point. That's hard shit to do.
Not
Wake up
really
with
my credit though.
no, no, no. And I got you. I mean, I want you to learn because I need another extra income. And I definitely want to keep on learning it because now I'm in my mindset. At first, I'm saying I'm not gonna do another extra income. Now that I start seeing tomorrow and and bags, I mean,
I don't no more. No more.
no, no, no.
No,
Listen,
no,
this
no
is how
more.
I'm trying to do it. I'm gonna no more because
I no. I swear to God, I'm retired. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to do with the industry at all. Period. And the reason. So here's the reason that I say that. Okay, I want everybody to understand that because everybody always asks me, why are you retired? COVID.
people a pain in the ass.
No,
But
no, no. I had great clients. I had great clients because here's the difference. I also qualified my clients. I didn't just take on anybody. Okay, it's got nothing to do with It's got nothing to do with the person. It's got everything to do with fighting with an industry of fucking bullshit people. Okay? You've got to deal with every scam artist, every piece of crap outside, every person that you're dealing with that is doing it the wrong way. No offense, Ms. Ramos, but you were one of the no. You were one of the person that I was fighting against, and I said, fuck it, I can't deal with you. Because here's the thing, doing it right and doing it the way that you did it, okay, is two different ways. So how do I compete against somebody that does it the wrong way and getting results 3 times, 4 times, 10 times faster than me? Can't compete. So my ass left. I went into printing with my wife. Okay, my wife's sitting in front of me. I went into printing with my wife. So now I just print out the damn letters. Okay, and then I built the software for funding, which you just saw. I built that shit from scratch. It took us 3 years. I sell software and I print letters. That's it. I don't deal with clients. I deal with chargebacks all day long, but that's my only thing that I have to deal with. And you want to know something? I got trainers. They deal with the people. And all I got to worry about is marketing. And that's the last piece that I'm focused on right now is dealing with getting a marketing company. But otherwise, truth be told to everybody that's here, I got out of the industry because I can't fight with people that do it in the right way, right? When I never charged people. I want you to understand that. I didn't charge people until the job was done. I was one. Well, what happened, babe? What happened? So, one of my clients was the CEO of a major company down in the city. Okay, he was making $40 million a year. Okay, that wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't an issue. That thing. So again, when you're talking to some people, and he didn't mess his credit up, he didn't have charge-offs. He had late payments. So when you look at that, when you're talking to one of those clients, one of those guys, it's not about money. It's about honestly, his accountant didn't set up fucking auto pay. Look, and that's it. But we fixed it. We fixed it in 6 months. We got everything straight. He was able to go buy his boat, and he was happier than a pig in shit. But that's the kind of things that I tell you guys. You got to qualify your client. You're not looking for every client. And like she said, not all money is good money. It's a business. Everybody understands it's a business. That's why I say, even when you're doing it yourself, this is, again, we said, how long does people come in here? They come in for 1 month. Here's the problem. You ready for this? Here's the God's honest truth. It take you 8 months to fuck it up, but at the end of the day, they don't look at Miss Ramos. It's got nothing to do with realism. It's got everything about to do with what they perceive as what's important. And that's why I say this. And I'll tell you exactly right now. I had a kid come in 3 months ago. He spent 1 month in. He found me on Facebook. I was looking at one of his pictures. Motherfucker sitting in Mexico and doing whatever inside of Mexico, but he's not fixing his credit. And this is the thing that I look at. You posting pictures drinking pina coladas on the beach in fucking Mexico, but you're not paying to fix your credit. And that's the key. I'll say, oh yeah, that must be nice sitting on the beach with a 515 credit score, 530 credit score. But you know what? Who am I to say that? I'm nobody. You do you, boo boo. But that's the key. That's the reality. That you don't realize what its value. And I see adults doing the same thing. He was younger. He was in his 20s. So I can understand because you young and ignorant. But you're 58 years old doing the same shit? You're 58 years old doing the same shit? I'm sorry. You're the reason the generational wealth doesn't come. Because it starts with you. It starts with you. So my daughter, I just got in an argument with somebody the other day. He's like, why didn't you start a retirement fund yet? I was like, because my retirement fund is going to be buildings. Why do I have to have a fucking IRS account and all that shit when I'm going to have a couple of buildings? He goes, why would I do that when I can spend the money on my kid and do what I need to do? I'm already looking for my first building. He goes, well, why wouldn't you put that there? Because I was like, because that's extra money I can be putting elsewhere, putting into the business, doing what needs to be done, paying off bills, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He goes, but that's not how the rich do it. I was like, I understand what the rich do, but here's the thing. The rich are putting into liquid accounts and investing in certain things. I don't have an investor. I don't have, not an investor. I don't have a stockbroker or any of that shit to do any of that stuff for me. I don't trust the market at the moment, okay? So what I'm going to do is wait until the market crashes because it's coming very soon. And when the market crashes, then I'll dump some money into the stock market, get it straight. And then also, I'm going to put my money into buying property when as soon as the market crashes, the real estate market is going to go back to fucking normal where it belongs. Everything's going to be nice and dandy where we're at, and we're going to ride a beautiful thing. And they look at me and they sat there and they said, well, what if that doesn't happen? Motherfucker, have you ever heard that ebbs and flows? If you really know if you really know about the industry right now, we in the downturn. So every single person that's in this room right now, if you're leveraging yourself to go out, you're just fucking yourself. I will max every fucking credit card out if I have to pull every single dollar out to put it where I need to do. Why? Because I know that the upturn is coming, and the upturn that's coming is the big one. It's not the small one that happened in 2020. It's the fucking big one. And this is going to be generational wealth that's coming. No Bitcoin garbage, none of that stuff. We're talking about real money's coming. Because they already know this. You know, when they say you crack the matrix, this is the matrix crack. So this is what I tell my kids. I tell the Ray that works with me, anybody that runs with me that has a chance to sit down and talk with me, this is what we go over. I tell them, build an asset, build something. If I go sell my software for $50 million right now, I go sell my software for $50 fucking million right now. I take that $50 million, I invest it in where it needs to go. Look, I got partners, I got to pay. But if I do what I need to do, I take that $50 million, say I walk away with $10 million. I do an investment. I live like a broke idiot. I pay off all my debt. I live like a broke idiot, work a day job like I'm like any other person. But I have that money making money. 10 years. Guess what? In 10 years, I got 25 to, I got 25, 30 million sitting in the bank because where I'm putting the money in the investments. And then I'm living off of the dividends that come in, and my dividends are paying anywhere between 6 and 8%. And I'm living on that monthly. I'm getting a dividend check from every brand that I have because I already know the dividend schedule for each month. But you got to be smart. Yeah, that's the key. But it's knowing how to leverage. And credit repair is expensive. Try to buy something with bad credit. That's the truth. Here's what I do to show people shit. This is all the cards that I have in my desk. More are upstairs. These are all the cards that I have in my desk. That's a small stack. This is the baby stack. The big stack's upstairs. But this is in total 49. 49. No, those are just the personal cards. The business. Why would they tell you to buy something on credit? No. I'm asking you a question. Why would they tell you to buy something on credit? Mm-hmm. No, that helps you. That they want the real money up front. Why would they tell you to buy something on credit? Credit comes with a fee. Why would they tell you to do something better for yourself when it hurts them? Girl, where'd you get it? Bentayga? Continental, the Continental, the GT Continental, the convertible. I got you, girl. Yeah. Oh yeah. So what is that? Girl, that don't mean shit. I can go off. I can get the credit tomorrow and go pay the car off tomorrow. I still, hey, you still bill your credit for 1 month. So what you do is, I'll teach you something real quick. It's what I do with my wife. It's what I do with all our stuff. I buy everything credit. I don't buy anything cash, right? Everything credit. Everything's paid off. Everything, not paid off, excuse me. Everything has an account separate to it with the money already in the account. So what happens is if the car costs 270, they're gonna charge you like 290, 300, right? So what I do is with that, I put 300 in an account and I let it auto take out from there. But instead of taking out for what they ask for, I put 1.5 times. I get it out quicker. I pay it off quicker. They don't get their interest as quick, which means we get better. And now you made money on the deal, and that's it. It's the same thing with a mortgage. Try to pay a mortgage payment quicker. You'll be good to go. Mr. Perry, I know you probably wanted to ask a question. I got to get going. My wife just texted me, said the baby's tired. Why do you pay off drops your score? Why do payoffs drop your score? Shouldn't drop your score, but it means that you stopped your history. Your history is building with the late payments. Oh, she just left, and she's the one that asked the question. So your history stops building with late payments. That's what happens. So that's the reason that happens is your history stops after your payoffs. So that means that last payoff is done. That's the same thing with your mortgage. It's really bad with that's the last reporting. That's the last reported date. That's it. It's done. So that's why they tell you. I got told from my guy. So you guys know that I dabble in funding, right? From my guy. I just showed you the damn software. Buy the fucking software, girl. Ray, give her the phone number and text it so she can get the damn software so we can teach her how to do some. No, we don't. We can't put it in the chat. Text that phone number and text link to that phone number. Get the funding software and we'll work with you. I got a bunch. Yes, girl. You already know that, Miss Brown. We got. Yes, ma'am. Text link LINK to the phone number. We get you right. Not in here. We're gonna send it to 7 o'clock class. Get with Ray. Just get with Ray. He put it in the chat. Yeah, you know, there's my Ray Ray. Mr. Perry, I know you had a couple of questions. You more than all. The floor is yours because I know Ms. Ramos was a whole vibe. She took over the whole floor. Mm-hmm. 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 stop and give it 30 days, reset, and then you should be good to go. So yes.
First, let's ask, did you pay them? Did you pay them?
They always they always pay them.
Okay, yeah, generating bonusing. So how do you tell them you're gonna learn how to do it here.
I teach everybody how to fix their own credit using Metro 2 because a lot of you got taken over and fleeced from people that did not teach you how to do it correctly. So that's the key. That's the key. That's the thing. I like to tell people how to do it correctly, teach them how to utilize the software, how to go through there. And a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of good that comes out of this software when you learn how to do it correctly. So, Mr. Perry, you in a good position. You're in a really good position. Don't worry about it. Guys, you don't understand. I told you, I don't get paid to do this. I don't make my $10,000, $15,000 anymore. I only get paid when you print with me. So you understand that I make sure that you guys are coming in the software, doing the right thing, fixing your own damn stuff so I can get paid. I don't get paid. I don't get paid over here unless you guys feel comfortable in this class. I'm serious about that. I don't get paid unless you're comfortable. Girl, the Metro 2 is the easiest thing to do. And honestly, I'm telling you this, it's understanding how to explain it. What explaining compliance is key. Here's the difference. I'm gonna tell everybody right now, here's the difference. There's a gentleman online talking so much shit about Metro 2. And I love he's a big, I don't like giving names because don't forget I'm on live. There's a guy, the guy's talking shit, just shit. So the owner, one of the owners of the company comes in, he puts it in a group message. Look at this, what they're saying about us and this, that, and the other thing. And I laugh. I was like, because the first thing I'm going to do is bash my competitor. The first thing I'm going to do is bash my competitor. It's game 101. Okay? Once I'm done bashing my competitor, I'm never going to give my competitor its flowers for paving the road for me to doing what needs to be done. Well, let's go down this way. There's a bunch of stuff that can be done in Metro 2 that Metro 2 slowly does because it's compliant. Okay? What did I teach everybody tonight that everybody did not know? Credit Repair 101. Do not put anything over 5 if you want everything to work. Well, what happened? Well, why would you start it there? Well, it's a business, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be like, there is no disrespect towards anybody. It's a business. So if it's a business, what are they going to do? They're going to do shit to make money, correct? Why? Well, Ms. Ramos, they have nowhere else to go when they're done with credit repair. You feel me? So if they have nowhere else to go, the quicker you get them done, what do? They lose you as a client. Exactly, which means you got to keep fucking re-upping and keep getting people through the door. Okay? Well, what happens if you don't have to do that? What happens if you can keep somebody in for as long as you can and maximize the amount of money that you can from them? You're gonna do whatever you can. FYI, Lexington law. One client file at a time until they remove it. So, not to get too deep into it, but I sat down and was listening to this guy talk, and then I just went off on his ass. I went off on his ass. I basically told him exactly like this. Metro 2 is not a dispute software. So first off, you saying about a dispute and talking shit about a dispute is not the same thing as talking about an attack. An attack is a separate thing. Metro 2 is all about the attack. What is it attacking? It is attacking the Bureau on its reported status. It is a file, 394 pages. Everybody that's been in the class before knows I showed you the CDIA file. I showed it to you. I let you know that it's there. So if I let you know that it's there and I showed you that the CDIA file, their own reporting is 360 some odd pages, 300 some 90 pages, whatever it is, you already know the game. FCRA, which you guys call UCC, okay? Universal Code of Conduct, which is another one, consumer law, all this shit that you're going off of, 611, 617, 609, 607, all this shit that everybody's going off of, all these numbers you can read down the law books, UCC 9, Article 9. You can go down every single book, GLB, GLBA, FCTA, okay? You could do all this shit, right? You can. You absolutely fucking can. But there's nothing more powerful than telling the Bureau that you screwed up on your own reporting and allowed the Metro 2 to be reported when you know it's completely wrong. Now, the problem is, here's the problem, and this is what people don't understand. If the Bureau did what it was supposed to from the beginning and held accountable from the beginning, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. But nobody holds them accountable. That's why the FTC and the CFPB work, because it's an investigation. But how many people had an FTC and CFPB get put back on their account? Many. Why? Because you didn't get a soft deletion. You got it. What's the word? No. Fuck. Give me a second.
And they gotta tell you 5 days before they put it on. If not, that's another violation. That's probably one of our it's easier to take it off that way.
Fuck. It was suppressed. There we go. I couldn't come up with a word. It could be a dummy. Yes, it could be a dummy. Yes, that could be a dummy letter. But the suppression is key. The suppression is key. It was suppressed because they have to wait until the investigation of the federal bureaus and the federal investigators are done before they can put it back on. That's why they remove it, because what is the federal fine? Every fine through the FTC is $50,000, and they know that. So they rather just remove it on a suppression and get sued $1,000 by you than get $50,000 by the FTC. So wake up and smell the coffee. I told you it's a game. And they know the game. They know it better than anybody else. So there's the answer. So when I tell everybody that you know what to do, you know how to do it, that's the key. You gotta go in the game. You have to play the game correctly. If you play the game correctly, you will never lose. But there's something that Ms. Ramos said that I love. I always tell everybody, when you start to hit brick walls, you get an attorney. But you have to get a fucking pit bull. And in today's day and age, you know what the problem is? None of these attorneys want to sue anymore. None of these attorneys want to sue, because when I was doing it, oh, baby, were they sue happy. I had the best little Jew in the world. Oh, my God, he made me happy all the time. All the time. And he was out of Hollywood, Florida. Oh, my God, he made me happy all the time. You know why? $10,000. Ali, I got another check for you. I'm like, what? What you got? What you got? Oh, we won 45 this time. He take his third. I get the 45. because my client didn't pay for it. So I take the money from me, and the client, you get the rest of the money. But that's another way of going around the system. You got to know what to do. And that's why, Ms. Ramos, I didn't charge. I was getting my money regardless. I was getting my money regardless. But that's the same way that I talk to people about. That's why it's a different game. It's a different game. No, because I'm still $15,000. I'm still $10,000. Okay, and that scares people. Now, sometimes we didn't have to go lawsuit, right? And they have to chalk up and pay 10 grand. And some people just didn't get it, so they wouldn't want to do it. You need to price yourself to be affordable to the right people. Why is my software $197 all the way to $497? Well, we tested it. We started free. I have 500 clients. Nobody signed up in the damn software. Nobody utilized. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Nobody. They don't use it. So then we went from 500. We went from 500 that I started charging $100 a month. We could barely crack. We could barely crack 100 clients when we charge $100 a month. I raised it to 147. We went up to 120. I raised it to 197. We went up to 175. And now I'm hiring the market agency to go higher. Why? Because you start weeding out the bad people who don't do anything and start doing out the one that. So I'll tell you who Brian is. Brian is one of our students. Brian is only one person that came into that damn software when it was a nothing, nobody, nothing software. He went in there and guess what Brian did? He was the only person to pull a file in that software. So he doesn't pay shit for the software. All he had to do was pull one file. One file. I told everybody, and that boy has got a freaking, he's literally got a monster of a profile for free. He doesn't have to pay every month for it. And that's the key, is understanding when people talk to you who's got power and who doesn't have power. So, yeah. It was a 3-hour, 2-minute class. It was fire. We've been here for 3 hours and 2 minutes. We've went over credit repair. We went over funding. We went over a lot of different things. I like to just always stick to the credit repair stuff, guys. Communities, just let them know how good the credit repair class was. Tell them to join up on Tuesday and Wednesdays. We'd love it if you join up on Tuesday and Wednesdays. Like I said, I do things differently than other coaches. I do things differently than other people because I don't get paid the same way that they do. Was this recorded? Class was given if you showed up and stayed till the end of class. You literally joined up at the end of class. No, so you missed that point. Drop my YouTube. What YouTube? Yeah, sheesh. Where were you at, bro? You literally, class started at 8 o'clock. You just scrolled in at 11. I mean, like, working active duty, no joke. Active duty doing what? Doing what? All right. Okay, so Ray dropped the link for my man. Anytime they work out active duty military, I'll take care of them. That we don't fuck around with that shit. You're more of a man than most men are in today's day and age. So God bless you, brother. Ray, drop the link for the brother over here that's working active duty. Give him the recordings. He deserves it. There we go. Brother, you next time lead with that. Next time just lead with that. Yeah, no, just leave with that because we got people that show up, at the end of freaking class and they're like, look, this class never goes that long, but we got people that show up that have no reason to show up at the end of class for no reason, but you got a reason and a half. So it's not, but it doesn't 2 hours maximum. Like but it's just when we get good people, tell it to everybody. When you get good people, the classes flow. My Friday classes used to go 5 hours long. I used to have to stop. No. I wanted to stay married. My wife's calling my ass. She's like, you need to finish. It's 3 hours. Okay, honey. And it's not because she knows I'll go until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. No problems. Because giving information and being around like-minded people is very hard to find. That's the key. And people will fall asleep on the damn class. So it's a different story. I will see you guys. I got a daughter to play with, as well. I will see you guys.
We'll keep in touch. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. I will see you guys. I will talk to you guys. I will be back next Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST. So remember, come back next Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST. All right, guys. Talk to everybody soon. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye bye. Good night.